yo, what's up out there?
Ice Cube.
That is not good.
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime.
If you somehow find this offensive, just don't listen. But my guess is you'll be sticking around.
Let's do this.
It's going down, Jack.
Hey, it's Larry King welcoming you to the Opie and Anthony show right here on Sirius XM satellite radio.
Oh, this is good radio right here.
Y'all are cooler and shit.
It starts funny and then gets very uncomfortable.
One of the most popular radio shows in the world.
Radio journalism at its best.
Hello, kids. It's the Opie and Anthony show. They swear and they're vulgar and they talk about awful, awful things. That's what you like, isn't it?
Very flavorful.
Yay. That's what you like, isn't it?
Please welcome Opie. The show is twisted, I'm telling you. Who's enjoying this shit?
That's what you like, isn't it?
Anthony.
I want dick prizes. I love when girls go through that. I'm here for you, ladies. Remember that.
That's what you like, isn't it?
And Jim Norton.
If a pussy could talk, it would say, die.
That's what you like, isn't it?
Everything you are about to hear is real.
My nipples are kind of hard.
Good morning. Welcome aboard.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I was fully involved.
No kidding, man. Just can't have a mayor that says these things. It's unbelievable.
I couldn't get enough. It was so fucking funny.
You can't have a mayor that types, would you let me come on those perfect tits? You just can't. And we're shock jocks.
Oh, we would, you know, yeah, the material we would get from Mayor fucking Danger.
Right.
Mayor Carlos Danger.
It's easy to take the angle, like, of course we want a mayor that talks like this, but you just can't have.
You don't think people would be taken seriously and work with him?
Jesus. Good morning, everybody.
At least he picked a realistic sounding name.
Carlos Danger.
Max Power.
Anthony Weiner is Carlos Danger.
Yep. He certainly is.
My God, he had a second chance. What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
I think
society
have been okay.
gave him a second chance, which is so rare.
He'd have been okay if he had stopped and this was just some shit from a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. But it turns out that this is new stuff.
When this broke once again on Twitter, before the mainstream news, I'm like, oh, okay, they finally got some more old shit that popped up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? Wait, what? He did this after he left Congress? What?
And his wife is standing next to him at his press conference yesterday.
And she was pregnant at the time that he went back in with this shit, right?
Jesus. She's looking up at him. He's fucking trying to look all contrite as she's giving her speech about the fact that she loves him and believes in.
Look, man, I mean, I don't want to be part of a city where the mayor says things like I must have come thinking about you and looking at you 100 times. How does that make you feel? Gross? Question mark. I said I was hard. Help me. I just don't want a mayor that says things like that.
And if you're texting this stuff, you're not done.
Right.
You're not done. He's probably doing it right now.
By the way, anyone who wonders what sex addiction is, this is it.
He's addicted, right, Jimmy?
But this is people are like, it's not addiction. This guy blew his political career.
Oh, right. Yeah.
6 months later, he still couldn't stop doing it.
He couldn't stop.
6 months. He went right back in after he left Congress, it looks like.
Oh, he's terrible.
And then he's trying to say that he stopped in November.
No, he didn't stop. There's
no way he stopped in November.
People don't stop.
No,
when they're at this extent of
no. You really want a mayor that says standing behind you, lathering with one hand, fingering you with the other. I mean, go up to Albany and get some funds for the city, please.
Well, you know what though? He makes a good point here.
Yeah.
God, I want to take you from behind in front of a mirror. I want to see your face and feel your pussy spasm as you come with me deep in you.
Can you imagine? Mayor Bloomberg or Mayor Koch or...
I want to take you from behind. I want to see your face, feel your pussy spasm as you come with me deep in you.
Look, there's no goody two-shoes in this room, but this is just, this is ridiculous. You just can't have a mayor that's addicted to sexting.
It shows a lack of judgment is what it is. And if you want to be a politician, you can't show these lapses in judgment like this. Who cares what he does? I mean, more power to him. You want to fucking sext, send pictures, jack off, whatever. You're a dude. But again, if you want to be a politician, you don't have those freedoms anymore to where you can do this and leave unscathed. Now, a shock jock, on the other hand, you can do this all you want.
And he just doesn't understand how the world works these days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy.
Oh, no.
What? Which one do you like?
I don't like this one. You may want to be wet. He's huge for you today.
He's huge for you.
He's a hack.
He's
a sexting hack.
The extreme.
He's a sexting hack.
Oh, so God. I guess to bring everyone up to speed, Anthony Weiner, who, we were the ones that officially sent the picture of Roland out there.
Yeah. Ruined him is the word you're looking for.
I think that was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the picture was going to get out there, so I sleep well at night. It was just a matter of time. We just happened to be the ones that went for it. And then he went away, and then he comes back, and he's doing pretty good in the polls as far as becoming the next mayor of New York City. He's doing all right. People are accepting him and accepting, his past is his past. And then this shit hits yesterday.
Yeah.
And the New York Times and pretty much every paper is basically saying, get the fuck out of the race. You creep. That's what they want to write on the cover. You creep. Meet Carlos Danger is on the front page of one of our papers today.
Yes.
He's
it
terrible.
Is the worst fucking name he picked.
The Daily News. Enough of all the lies and salacious revelations. Weiner is not fit to lead America's premier city. Beat it.
Beat it. Get it? It's a jerk-off joke.
He had this one. This is how dumb this guy is. He didn't realize he was being set up. He says, so you won't tell me what picture of me you like the most or turns you on the most? Only TV? And she says, specifically your healthcare rants were a huge turn on.
Oh, God.
He fell for that.
What a dummy.
Oh, no. I've been like,
fell for that shit.
Oh, my God.
He should have said, like, what are you talking about?
Right. So... there was a press conference yesterday. Should we play the press conference? Should we start there, maybe?
A little bit. Yeah, I think we should hear some of this.
All of a sudden, there was a press conference, and then we got all the sexting.
His wife having to stand there.
There's like 10 pages.
Having to stand there
with the juicy ones highlighted.
Oh, yeah.
6 months after, he is finished, man.
Yeah, there's no way you come back from this, right?
No.
Man,
people never believe you again.
They gave you a chance, too, man. Holy fuck.
Behind closed doors, that wife has got to be, you fucking idiot.
He's going to leave him again.
You had a chance, and you fucked this up. Because you... And she's in politics.
The wife's in politics. So the wife is like, okay, I'm going to attach myself to this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a marriage, it's also a career move for her. Now he's gone and fucked everything up.
Right.
What kind of politics does she do?
She used to be like an aide for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, right.
Like, she was like a real...
Right. What, she was like a secretary or something?
I don't know, some kind of aide.
Did some fucking filing for Hillary?
Yeah. But she thought she would have a political career, too.
Well, some guys got
these politicians
inside the plane.
These politicians seem to be... Which one is that?
That's inside the fucking...
San Francisco?
No,
or LaGuardia?
LaGuardia.
Yeah. That was a piece of cake on me. I want to see inside the plane that crash landed in San Francisco. Politicians are creepy.
Yeah.
I think they're creepier than radio people.
Yeah.
It's the power
I really believe that.
It's power
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
There's a million of these guys.
Yeah. Power thing. Yeah.
Power thing. Everything.
I mean,
Carlos Danger has a power thing.
He does. Carlos Danger.
Humiliating.
It is humiliating.
Why would you fucking come up with a name like Carlos Danger? Jesus. I can't even look at him.
God, I would hit that so hard your pussy would beg for mercy. Mercy. Mercy.
Well, let's go to the press conference. So, breaking news, it says Anthony Weiner news conference on new sexting scandal. And like I said, I thought this was like some old shit that came up.
Oh, no.
But no.
Oh, no.
Here is live, Anthony Weiner.
He's at the podium. Give us a couple seconds.
His wife's smiling.
Smiling. See how degraded she feels?
I feel bad for her, yeah.
Look at the big smile.
Yes.
The heads poking up from the cubicle behind him are the funniest part.
Mayor of the city of New York.
Like, what?
I have said that other texts and photos were likely to come out, and today they have. As I've said in the past, these things that I did were wrong and hurtful to my wife and caused us to go through many challenges in our marriage that extended past my resignation from Congress. While some of the things that have been posted today are true and some are not, there is no question that what I did was wrong. This behavior is behind me. I've apologized to my wife, Huma, and I'm grateful that she has worked through these issues.
Pause, what? What's going on? Hold on. What's going on?
He's Carlos the Jerko. Oh my God,
he loves jacking off.
He's fucking finished.
This guy is a complete joke.
Wow.
Why is he downplaying it in this news conference? Like he's
told
leaving,
you I did this,
but he's leaving out the fact that this new one came after he left Congress.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said, which went beyond my resignation. So he tried to hint at it right there.
Was this a year after, though, that's staying?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, this was last August, I think it was.
Yeah. July.
A year.
July, yeah, a year.
Yeah, last July.
Maybe he thought after he left Congress,
he had nothing to lose. He's like, fuck it.
So I can still sex.
Right, might as well continue sexting. I have nothing to lose. I lost my gig.
Right, it was one or the other.
And he has nothing else to do. He's probably bored.
And then all of a sudden, like,
to work.
All of a sudden he starts realizing, oh my God, I could actually make a comeback. Oh shit. Did some things. Oh,
well, that stuff probably won't come up.
Oh fuck, I hope they don't come up.
Your rant on healthcare got me wet.
What an idiot this guy is.
Well, you should have went, huh? What?
Right. But he's an egomaniac. He assumed that, people really enjoyed his healthcare rants.
Whose pussy got wet hearing him yell about healthcare?
Oh.
It's not a sexy subject. Oh, your cancer rant made me come. What?
Your healthcare rant especially, she said.
Oh my God.
He's thinking, luckily I used the name Carlos Danger, so this won't come back to me.
No one will know. Yeah.
Carlos Danger.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Tied up all the loose ends with that one.
Oh, yeah. He's smarter than we are.
Yeah.
Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger.
Carlos.
He's an international man of mystery.
That really is danger.
Anyway, let's go back to the press conference.
Or forgiveness. I want to again say how very sorry I am to anyone who has received the receiving end of these messages and the disruption that this has caused. And my wife, as I have said, my wife and I, as I've said, are moving forward together. To some degree, with 49 days left until primary day, perhaps I'm surprised that more things didn't come out sooner. I'm responsible for this behavior that led us to be in this place, but in many ways things are not that much different than they were yesterday.
Oh, yes, they are.
The behavior that I did was problematic, to say the least, destructive, to say the most, caused many stresses and strains in my marriage, but I'm pleased and blessed that she has given me a second chance. For the past several months, I've been asking New Yorkers to also give me another chance to show them that I had a vision for the middle class and those struggling to make it, and that I wanted to move forward.
Right into her vagina.
Yeah, and then back and then move forward again.
This chapter in my life, to be curious about it, and I'm going to be there and try to answer those questions as best I can. It is also perfectly understandable that all of you are doing your job being here in these great numbers, and I'm sure it's not just because of the mayoral forum we're going to have in a few minutes. But all that being said, let me just
they
reiterate
stuck around for the mayoral
to
forum.
my wife how sorry I am that I did these things, and how sorry I am to the people that got these messages for any inconvenience or
He's
embarrassment
lying.
they
Of
caused.
course he is.
Now, some have asked the question, where does this fit in? Some timeline of the continuum of the resignation. Look, the resignation was not a point in time that was nearly as important to my wife and me as the challenges in our marriage and the challenges of the things that I had done, and working through them. Some of these things happened before my resignation, some of them happened after, but the fact is that was also the time that my wife and I were working through some things in our marriage. I'm glad these things are behind us. I know that this is a very public thing that we had happen to us, but by no means does it change the fundamentals of my feelings here, and that is that
I like jerking off.
Want to bring my vision to the people of the city of New York. I hope they're willing to still continue to give me a second chance, and I hope they realize
chance now,
that
you dummy.
in many ways what happened today was something that frankly had happened before, but it doesn't represent all that much that is new. And now I have a chance to do something I haven't had a chance to do.
Fuck my wife.
On the campaign yet. Uma, as you know, has been out there with me recently, and she had a few words that she wanted to say. So, my amazing wife, Uma Abedin.
Amazing wife.
Yeah.
Amazing wife.
Well, if she was amazing.
Yeah, my lousy sexting wife.
Right.
My wife who writes LOL every time I write cock or fuck.
Right. My wife who's obviously a horrible lay. Jesus.
But you know what? In a weird way, this is what we get. The people like the apology. It's been proven to work. He should be humiliated to say this.
Oh, my God. He should be in hiding.
But,
well, this was early yesterday, so, I mean, yeah, look at the papers. He's humiliated.
I think he's surprised it made the front page. He's hoping to get buried.
I didn't hear what Uma had to say. What did Uma?
Hi, good evening.
She's smiling.
As many of you who have followed this campaign know, I've spent a good deal out on the campaign trail. At churches and street fairs.
She doesn't know what
parades.
to say.
Mention more things.
So this is the first time I've spoken at a press conference, and you'll have to bear with me because I'm very nervous. And I wrote down what I wanted to say.
Look at Anthony Weiner laughing. I jerked off.
When we faced this publicly 2 years ago, it was the beginning of a time in our marriage that was very difficult. And it took us a very long time to get through it. Our marriage, like many others, has had its ups and its downs.
You know, we all like being with our husband that jerks off.
And a whole lot of therapy to get to a place where I could forgive Anthony. It was not an easy choice in any way.
Oh.
But I made the decision that it was worth staying in this marriage.
She's empowered. I made the decision.
That was a decision I made for me, for our son,
Your son.
and for our family. I didn't know how it would work out, but I did know that I wanted to give it a try. Anthony's made some horrible mistakes. Both before he resigned from Congress and after. But I do very strongly believe that that is between us in our marriage.
Well, not anymore. It's in every paper.
We discussed all of this before Anthony decided he would run for mayor. So really what I want to say is I love him. I have forgiven him. I believe in him. And as we have said from the beginning, we are moving forward. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Oh, boy.
I'll be glad.
She is beautiful, man. She's really fucking hot.
Yes. Now what happens? Does he take questions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No prank questions got through, unfortunately.
But do they ask you about this?
Yeah, this would be the topic of conversation.
Well, how would you best relieve the traffic problems in our fair city?
Mr. Danger, Mr. Danger, Mr. Danger, Candidate Danger.
Yes. Oh, God. Candidate Danger. Yes. Carlos.
And he responds to it, Candidate Danger. Yes.
Danger. Carlos Danger. Danger.
Oh, my God.
Pick that name.
Danger.
This is so ridiculous. All right, let's. You want to hear him answer a few questions about it?
I certainly do.
Okay.
Let's take one or two questions.
One or two.
Did your wife find out that there were messages after the resignation?
She knew all along.
No, she didn't.
This process, as I was more and more honest with her.
As I was more and more. Could you pause that? That is so telling. He goes, she was aware of this all along, and then realized, no, not all along. The process. And then, as we worked through this, and I became more and more honest with her. No, as she dug up more shit, and you had to fucking fess up to it.
As she continued to go, what the fuck is this?
You don't become more and more honest. You become less and less deceptive because you're caught.
Mm-hmm. You know, a year after the scandal, she must have. Are you still fucking doing this?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. It's like, oh, we talked about that. No, yeah, honey, of course I'm still doing this. What?
I thought when.
I thought with her you didn't want me to do it.
Right.
Oh, you mean with anybody? Oh, see.
I thought. I thought if I changed my name.
Yes.
Oh.
Honey, I thought you knew that's why I resigned. I thought we talked about that.
That I could still do this. See, we need to communicate better.
Right. Obviously, there's a communication problem here.
Yes.
This is pretty much just as much on you as it is on me.
Right.
See, Anthony Weiner stopped.
Yeah.
But Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger still needs to. There's some coming in. Carlos Danger in your ass only. A view of my cock. Brown finger.
Brown finger.
He's the man with the smelly touch. Oh, man.
More and more honest.
This guy's a clown. He's a clown.
He is a clown.
He just is trying to look for loopholes where he could still jerk off.
Yeah.
He's just a clown. Well, I'm going to hear him answer a few questions.
Thunderballs.
This is something we knew going into the decision about whether I would run. What is that question?
Is this over? Are you in touch with any women right now?
No, this is
believe that this isn't going. You're not going to relapse if you are mayor.
This is entirely behind me. It was when I decided to get in, and we had this conversation. That is why, if you remember, in the early days of the campaign, people were pressing me for, is there more out there? And I said yes. I said that there was, and so.
But when were they
to some
made?
Degree, this was something that we had in front of us.
We didn't ask when.
Yeah.
Ask that question.
See, you asked. I said there might be more out there. I didn't say it might be from last week.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Anthony Weiner worse than Bobo for falling for online scams? I just want to throw that out there. Question?
No.
That's a question today.
All right, I'm Carlos Danger, all right? Why can't I be Carlos Danger? This girl likes me. She liked my speech.
Tell anybody.
Yeah, let's go to the Mets game. I'm Carlos Danger, all right? With my sidekick, Mr. Maloonigan. He's a schnoodle.
Oh, my God.
This is why satellite radio was invented, because we get to read these things uncensored in a minute or two.
That's the only way.
God, but first, more of the press conference.
Oh.
just acknowledged that we knew might come up, and we decided that, look, this was something that we had worked through together, something had put behind us, and something we wanted to keep behind us. But as I've said, it's in our rearview mirror, but it's not far. We still work every day at our mirror. Yes, sir.
Anthony, new pictures or old pictures? When you said that there was more out there, you didn't say there was more out there in the point after you resigned in June of 2011. How do you explain that? In his latest
How do you explain that one?
latest chat, which is as recent as August of last year, 14 months after you resigned.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this. I said there were more things out there. You have as a fixed time the resignation as the important moment in the public discussion. That was when the public got a glimpse.
What is he, a time traveler? Someone has to say this. When he said there's more out there, it was around the time he was stepping down.
Yeah.
So everyone could accept that part of it.
Right.
But he did it after that. That's the problem everyone has here.
14 months later.
He's time traveling. They're trying to say the stuff I did after I resigned is what I kind of told you was, was a possibility was out there. What is he talking about?
He said it again after, I think, that when he came back. I think he said, there's more out. I think he said it again when he came back.
This is the problem. You don't need... just play it. I was trying to figure out his timeline.
Because
he says
when he
said
came back,
initially
he's trying to be clever and vague.
Yes,
where look, I told you there was more out there, but he didn't really.
He initially said there's going to be more of this.
Right.
There's more out there.
Right.
And then when he ran for mayor, he said, "Now remember, there's more out there." But he had made more in between.
Right.
Those
He
two.
made more is the problem.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's a better way to put it. He made more.
He made more.
But he's trying to say, no, there's more out there.
It's that residual stuff.
Right. Residual. Right. He wants people to kind of think it was residual. Like, that old thing. Holy fuck, I hate this. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, he's a real arrogant scumbag. He is an arrogant scumbag. Yeah, because he thinks he's smart. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, that's what it is, Jimmy. Because no one's perfect. I mean, please, but there's something about this guy that's really hateable now.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about his sexting. It's this shit that I hate him for.
Right. His arrogance about it.
Yeah, Carlos Danger, I get.
Yeah. Just can't get fucking...
That's the part that I'm
this
probably
arrogant
fine with.
cunt.
Who knows what his wife is like? Maybe she's a lame fucking texter. Maybe he tries to be dirty with her and she gives him nothing. Hillary doesn't. I'm busy with Hillary. I'm shaving down her cankles.
Oh, God.
She has to shave Hillary's cankles with a fucking razor.
What a great job to have.
Into something that we had been working on before, during, and since. And this behavior of mine was part of that. And when we went through this process and we became closer and worked through some of these challenges, we put it behind us, and I put it behind me. And frankly, we're in a lot better place today, or else I would not have run for mayor. I can't say exactly.
Yes, you can.
Sometime last summer, I think.
Was it after
I think.
People magazine quote, or your wife looked at People magazine?
Wait, what was the answer? What was the question?
When was the last one you sent? I think he's like, I can't say. Sometime last summer, I think.
No, which is not true.
Of course it's not.
What a fucking asshole.
How could it be?
What do you mean, I think? You would know at this point.
When was the last time? Right, probably about 2 weeks before the scandal broke. That would have been the acceptable answer.
He goes, he throws I think in there because he knows that there's more. And he's just praying that they don't pop up either.
I think.
You can't just throw I think in. You would know specifically when it ended, if it ended at all.
Yeah, when did you start getting the shakes from not fucking sexting?
Oh, man.
He loves it. Oh, boy, does he love talking about his cock.
He's addicted. Period.
Dick.
I completely understand this guy. I get it. It's like, I mean, so many people do. It's not hard to understand how you get caught in this.
I just can't then run for mayor.
Yeah,
sorry.
Just admit that, look, maybe it's not
Jimmy,
the right time.
you nailed it. It's the arrogance about the whole fucking thing. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's standing up there like we're all dumb. Like,
you're right. Like, he's almost annoyed he has to do his press conference. Look, I told you. I told you there might be more out there.
Yeah, I thought I explained myself.
Yeah, hey.
I think he throws an "I think" out.
What are all these
out there.
questions for? I thought
Right,
I spelled
Jesus.
everything out perfectly.
Yeah.
For everybody here.
Do you think Spitzer's happy about this, though? Because it takes the heat off him. Like, hey, I stopped.
Yeah.
We got two
No
guys.
more whores in my fucking past.
Find another prostitute.
Yeah,
Find
go
one.
ahead. I dare you.
Oh, but he's jonesing.
Oh, yeah.
Behind closed doors, he shakes himself to sleep every night, jonesing about it.
He's just jerking off to pics of that girl in the New York Post.
Oh, yeah, Ashley Dupree.
Yeah, he loves her.
I bet his wife was really cunty this week, too. As soon as Weiner's thing, I bet Spitzer's wife was, so what have you been up to? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
She's been a cunt on wheels all week.
Imagine that. It's Ray Mancini on Fox.
Huh?
Ray Mancini there on Fox.
He gave us a great interview yesterday.
He was terrific.
It was
Great.
wonderful. I hope he comes back.
The wife, Spitzer's wife.
Sylvia or Celia.
Silda.
Oh,
Silda.
See? You want this to happen to you? He's like, I didn't even do anything. This fucking Weiner has to do this shit, and now the wife gets on me?
And people don't pay close attention. A lot of people do, but there's a whole...
That think
they probably are thinking this is a Spitzer thing that popped up again, You
hear what Spitzer did?
Right.
Spitzer's like, no,
not me. It's
wasn't
the other
me. I
it's
was
the other
prostitute guy.
Right, not the sexting guy.
Not the sexting.
Spitzer's commercials come on. I can't believe they're letting him run out. Just saw him on the news talking about sexting.
His poor wife. No.
Let's go back to this arrogant asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy nailed it. That's what the problem is here.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to be the best husband to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Your mountain calls you to drop out of the race. What do you say to those people who want you to drop out of the race?
I'm sure many of my opponents would like me to drop out of the race.
That isn't an answer.
When was the definitive moment here for you? You said some things were true online, some things weren't true. Can you tell us what was not true?
No, I think I said in my statement one of the things I'm
no,
not
I
going
can't
to
tell you
do.
it's not true. Because there's nothing that's not true.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what else is going to surface. So
Yes.
let it all surface, and then we'll try to figure it out.
Go ahead and ask a couple questions. I won't answer them, but you can go ahead and ask away.
Yeah, ask away.
And
Not going to
later-
say shit.
Later he'll say, I let you ask your questions.
Yes. I came up here of my own free will.
And instead of, when they said, like, what do you say to your opponents who want you to drop out of the race? He basically goes, well, I'm awesome, so of course they want me to drop out.
Yeah.
Instead
I'm sure plenty of my opponents want me to drop out. No, we didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
We asked, what do you say to the people that want you to drop out?
I rule.
I am fucking amazing.
Challenges behind us. Challenges behind us.
Me and my wife face these challenges. They're behind us now from 2 days ago.
Yes. By behind us, I mean my phone's in my back pocket. Oh, Anthony.
That would be great if you just heard bling, his fucking texts going off in his pocket. He's like, oh, shit.
All right, let's get to the end of this press conference from yesterday.
And I said it to your newspaper, as I'm not going to get into a back and forth with people who are releasing things, whether they be true or not. People have a right to say whatever they want, and I brought that upon myself. I'm prepared not to dispute anything that is out there, but suffice it to say that people are out there saying things that are not true. But
What else is out there?
But that's not the point.
What else is that?
Can we hear that fucking poignant shouted question?
Great.
I studied body language a little bit. This guy is looking down. This guy is a lying piece of shit.
You think so?
Yes. That's a huge tell when you can't look at the person asking you a question. When you start looking down like that, that's a basic one, to be honest with you. That's just basic body language shit.
Do you think he's wishing this didn't happen?
Well, sure. But fucking just go away.
Yeah.
Go do something else.
Write a book.
Write a whatever.
Anthony Weiner, I love jerking off.
I love jacking off.
There's obviously a lot of stuff out there.
Did you hear that question? How that was that was so perfectly timed and shouted.
Right.
What else is out there?
And he's like, oh boy.
But suffice it to say that people are out there saying things that are not true. But
What else is out there?
But that's not the point. That's not the point. I accept the responsibility for having these conversations with these people who I never met. with exchanging inappropriate things in the context of our marriage, and that was a mistake, and I bear responsibility.
So he's
for
looking
that.
up again.
That is behind me, and we're trying to move forward. And we are recognize it's not going to be easy.
You better
We knew
recognize.
the moment we got into this race that it wasn't going to be easy, but I believe this is an important thing to be doing. Thank you all very much.
I'm going to go in the back now and get screamed at again.
Yeah. Oh, man. You fucking owe me big time.
You condescending cocksucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you she leaves him. This is just...
After you fucking resigned, you
She's
did
in that
this.
world, man. Who knows?
She'll let this play out, and then she'll fuck it. Although Hillary stay with Bill, that's why it's hard to feel bad for these political wives, because they stick around because that's the fucking... They signed up for this.
It's a power thing.
Yeah.
It helps their career. But what kind of career does she really have? She does filing or something?
I think she's trying to build one.
Yeah.
Build one.
And she just got onto the wrong horse.
Good luck.
Did she? Oh, my God.
So,
man,
Danger 33, I guess, huh? DANGR 33.
Nice.
We should just read all of them. Fuck it.
They are quite amazing.
3, 4, 5. This is like 10 pages.
Oh, there's some good ones.
You guys should act them out.
Fuck yeah.
Not you, Chip.
Should we use one of our interns?
Oh, Jesus.
God, yes.
I don't know if we can.
It's a
Why
news
not?
story.
It's a fucking bitch to
we
read
need,
on the air.
we need a female voice, to be honest with you.
Where's Jack Hay?
Where's Sydney?
Jack Hay.
See who wants to do it. This her or Sydney?
Where's Jackie Blue?
Hello, Sydney.
And Jack Hay.
Jack Hay.
We need a female voice. For real.
Otherwise, it doesn't sound.
Yeah.
And they're really sexy male boys from in that studio in there.
Jackie,
what kind of
would you read some sexting shit for us?
Sure.
You could say no.
No, that's fine.
Because I don't know where the line is with this shit. It's on air, but...
How many summery sundresses do you have?
Here probably only like 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah. This one has pockets though.
Oh, cool.
So it's
cool.
So it's awesome.
It's awesome. It's cool.
What dress has pockets in it?
Yeah.
If anybody else
What's
came
wrong
in
with
here-
pockets, Sam?
If anybody else, if any other intern ever came in and told Anthony, "Look, I have pockets," do you think his response would be, "Oh, cool"?
No.
What?
You
don't like
I
pockets?
turn
What's
into
wrong with
Anthony
you?
Weiner when the interns are around. I can't help it.
Sam's a communist. You don't like pockets?
I don't
Yeah.
mind pockets. I have pockets. Hey, Ann, I have pockets in my pants.
No one cares.
What
Absolutely.
All right, show Jackie her part.
Pocketage.
You could
On
say
there?
no to this shit.
No, it's fine.
Jackie,
All
you're
right.
gonna read here. I'll hold it for you. You're gonna read the parts that are
Highlighted?
No,
that's
Oh, underneath it?
Underneath.
If you
Yeah,
read
you're
the part that'd be highlighted, it'd be like girls I've talked to.
Hi, Daddy.
You're underneath for this
Okay.
reading.
Do I start?
No,
No.
Oh, I
No,
don't
I
know.
mean, no, of course not.
Yell.
No, of course not.
don't yell at the little
Trying to
deer.
understand
Yes.
her lines
The little
here.
deer is trying to understand.
She's doing us a favor here.
You know, you guys are right. You're absolutely right, and I apologize.
So who's gonna
What are they
what
do?
the fuck?
Oh, sorry. Fox
Oh,
and friends, they're lifting weights on the sidewalk.
they're
what are they
outside
doing today?
on the sidewalk swinging
Why aren't they talking about
kettlebells.
Anthony Weiner?
Kettlebells
Wouldn't you blow off everything and just talk about Anthony Weiner?
all day.
They're doing a kettlebell
Yeah, kettlebell workout.
workout on the sidewalk.
When I was walking in outside the Fox building, they were miking up a guy dressed up as a Revolutionary War soldier.
Yeah, I thought he was looking like a English guy. Hear ye
Something
guy
like
for the
that.
baby, for the royal baby.
Maybe that's what it was.
I passed him by because my truck. I stop at a light right there when I'm coming in, and I just pray for the day they flip the camera on while I'm there because I will ruin them. I will roll that window down and say stuff.
But you're a gatekeeper for Fox. You can't do that.
I'm in the inner circle.
You can't do that. It's going to ruin it. All right, let's get into this. So Anthony Weiner as Carlos Danger.
Well, who's playing Carlos Danger?
Who is going to play Carlos Danger?
It could be E-Rock. It could be Chip. It could be anybody in the studio that you think is appropriate.
I don't even know if it needs to be a Chip because it's so good as
Well, Jim won't do it because the Jim will enjoy it too much.
Shit.
E-Rock?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to play the part either. Who wants to play The part of Carlos Danger. I'm trying to think how this would work. Kenny.
Or Sal.
Kenny, right?
Oh, God.
Kenny's a married man, and he might have to hear a lot of flack about it. He may not want to do it.
We could ask him.
GH, I'm celebrating 25 wonderful years. I don't talk that way.
Shit. Kenny, would you play Carlos Danger?
Carlos Danger.
He's putting on his reading glasses, so he might be in.
I'm an entertainer. It has nothing to do with my personal life.
Shit. Good for Kenny. I mean, Carlos Danger.
Do you need a script?
Yeah.
Yeah. So playing the part of Carlos Danger, which obviously is the alias for Anthony Weiner.
Yes.
Will be Club Soda Kenny.
Into the Mike CD.
And what do we know about the gal? Where's she from? How old
is
is she?
Chicago. He was kind of promising her a condo. She's 22. I don't know how he met her. Probably just online, Facebook or whatever.
Well, she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's pretty. I'm happy that they showed her real face, though, because if you're going to out public figures like this, fuck you. You don't deserve privacy.
Well, it was a website that figured it out.
BuzzFeed.
It wasn't like the news going, oh, let's just.
Well, she's in the paper, though.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed got her. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, how did this come about?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know BuzzFeed, they're saying they're the ones who showed her picture, probably because they support Weiner.
Yeah.
But I don't know how these came out.
But how did they get together?
Who, her and him? Oh, I don't know. Probably Facebook, I think.
Oh. So what, he had a fake Facebook page?
Probably a real one.
Holy fuck.
Man.
Yeah, where did Carlos Danger... It'll all come out where Carlos Danger...
Wait, we don't know yet, though?
Do we? I don't
I haven't
know.
heard where it came from.
All I know is I did Red Eye the other night, and one of the people I did Red Eye with was that the actress... oh, God, what the fuck? She was very nice.
You took a picture with her.
Yeah. We hold on. I'm saying this for a reason. Oh, no, it's not her. Cocksucker.
Cocksucker?
No.
Oh.
That's who she was talking to.
Oh, okay. Can't believe nobody on here is fucking popping it up. You fucking
Barrett Swatek. She's on MTV. So I got a text from her last night.
Oh.
We missed Carlos Danger by one fucking day.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, who is that?
Oh,
I didn't know who
no.
it was. And she wrote my dad.
That's funny.
And then hours later, I saw Travis's news thing. I'm like, holy fuck.
Huge
We
story.
missed it by a day.
Now, people are suggesting that we bring in good old Denny for the Carlos Danger part.
He would never read it.
He doesn't
Yeah,
work.
he would. He's a professional.
He doesn't work blue.
He
You weren't
doesn't
here
even-
the day he refused to.
He doesn't even curse.
Nope.
But to read something like this, a news story on
You
Satellite
think?
Radio, Denny might.
I'm betting he will not do it.
I'm with that.
I'm betting he will not do it.
I don't think you were here the day that he basically told us he doesn't work blue.
Oh, I do. I remember that.
Were you here?
Yeah, I remember hating him for that.
Oh, you were here.
Right,
That's
yes,
right. I do
yes,
remember.
I
Yes,
stared
yes,
to my
yes.
right and fought the urge to bite him.
Now
Wanted
they're
to just bite his elbows.
Now they're just lifting weights on the sidewalk.
I
What's
know.
wrong with Fox and Friends?
Yeah, wow.
They got a huge audience, though.
You see that jumping up there in the back on those boxes? That is a motherfucker. Just that jumping up and down sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I hate jumping.
Oh, she's pretty cute right
Oh,
there.
she's a delight. Squatting.
We got eggs, too. Should we take a break and figure out the whole reading of this?
I see Denny shaking his head. Like, no.
Oh, really?
He was like, no.
He has a head like Wiener. His head is shaped like Anthony Weiner.
There he is.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. He's got entrance music. How you doing, Denny?
How are you? Hi, Denny.
Hello.
We might need you.
Okay.
In a couple of minutes, we're going to need you to read something.
Fine.
Cool.
You would read Carlos Danger?
Whatever you need.
Wow.
Yeah, Denny's a professional.
What happened? I thought you don't work blue.
Well, as long as there's no blue language in it.
Okay, well, you could just work around it.
Will you say come?
Sure.
But as a beverage.
No, I would say it as a song title, like Come to Me by Fran Jolie. Great disco hit from 1979.
Oh, God.
What other cum songs do you know?
What's that?
What other cum songs?
Come Baby Come by K7, good dance
Sure.
record. Good song. Come baby, baby, come. That's a good dance
Come on,
record.
Eileen.
Come on, Eileen. Very
Sure.
Well, you know what that means, though, right?
good. What's that?
You know what that means, right?
Come on, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
I guess it would.
Kenny, why don't we do this? Do you want to let Denny start and just see how far he can go with it? Like, Kenny, can you let him do it just and you're the reserve, just in case Denny is not as effective? And Denny, you want to just use Kenny's mic so young Jackie can read her part? And,
Sure.
Don't go far, Kenny.
Boy. This is all for the good of the show, right?
Absolutely. It's only for the show.
Yes, Denny.
You're the yellow highlighted part. You're Carlos, and Jackie is playing the other gal.
Carlos Danger, who is Anthony Weiner.
Okay.
Yes. So you start off, Denny.
I must have come thinking about you and looking at you 100 times. How does that make you feel? Gross?
That turns me on so much. Seriously.
I said it was hard. Help me.
Almost home. Be patient.
So I walk into a hotel room, and there you are at the end of the bed, naked except for some amazing beep-beep shoes.
Beep-beep shoes?
Beep-beep shoes.
That was my favorite line.
Your legs are spread. Your feet are flat on the ground. You're leaning slightly forward, looking completely in charge, by golly.
You know, we could always make that fantasy a reality.
Do you want me to continue? Because it's not highlighted here.
It's not highlighted.
Yes, highlighted here.
It's just the best.
Yeah, that was just to kind of let you know what part you are. Beep-beep shoes.
Beep-beep shoes.
Of course, the word was fuck me shoes.
Ah.
Denny. Oh. Yeah, continue, even though it's not highlighted.
You gotta read it, Denny. It's part of this is a news story.
And what do I get?
We'll see.
Can I tell you what I thought about last night that made me come?
Please do.
Still holding your hair, I spread your legs. Your beep-beeps are swinging already as you wiggle. I take out my beep, and I lean over and whisper, what do you want me to do to you?
Yuck.
That's just awful.
That's horrible.
Denny, it's satellite radio.
What's a beep-beep?
Yeah, but I don't work blue.
This is an extreme channel.
We're not working blue. This is a news story.
This is a news story. This is like legitimate news. This is what the mayoral candidate said.
News channels do, they don't say those words. Oh. That they would beep them out.
On satellite, they wouldn't.
No, we carry. We don't. What do we have?
I don't know if I want the beep beep.
No, beep beep is awful.
I hate beep beep.
I do too. It's like the Roadrunner's trying to fuck her. It's terrible.
I think Denny failed us today.
That might be funny. Well, I don't work blue. You know that.
Work blue.
Coming in here, you know that.
Well,
coming in here, you know that.
Come in here. Come on now.
Well, I hope Kenny was fucking just hanging by. We might need Kenny.
Yeah.
I think Kenny is better suited for this role.
Yeah.
But this was your big opportunity.
Yeah, Danny, you really did.
I'm happy with my other opportunities that you've given me, and I thank you every day for that.
What other cum songs do you know?
Let me see.
Got to go with "Come Together," obviously. That's probably the number one cum song of all time.
Sure. Yeah. Let me see. Come a little bit closer. Jay and the Americans.
Jay and the Americans.
Yeah,
come see about me. Diana Ross of the Supremes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we've covered the amount of.
No, I'm sure there's quite a few more.
I'm sure.
Come as you are.
Yes, very good. Nirvana.
Oh, right.
Nirvana.
Very good.
I came on my leg. Jim Norton.
The artist. Jim Norton.
I'll have to dig those up on the hard drive of hits.
Ah, yes.
All right, Danny, you failed us.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, that was terrific.
But you guys have a great time in Canada.
You got your standards. You were flying today to Montreal, Canada.
Very nice.
For a couple days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crank up some Guess Who on the way, right? Little Guess Who. Canadian rock and roll. Bryan Adams.
Yes, I'm going to watch Family Ties.
Anne Murray, the Canadian songbird.
Oh,
you are a beep head.
You really are.
The Canadian songbird. Ugh.
Oh, you suck a bag of beeps.
You like the Canadian songbird?
I love Anne Murray.
What was Anne Murray's big song?
No one loves Anne Murray.
Snowbird, You Needed Me. Could I have this dance?
Everything I want the world to be is coming through for it. Right?
Very nice. Very nice.
You needed
Not
me.
a cloud in the sky, got my ass in.
And Could I Have This Dance? 1980 hit music. A big song popularized in the movie Urban Cowboy. A lot of people use that as a first dance. Just in case you're looking for first dance suggestions.
No, we're not.
We're not. We'd like a little Anne Murray, though, an hour into the bit. I didn't hear the song title.
Oh, no, where were you?
Anthony was singing
Where were you?
Song Snowbird.
Yeah, and You Needed Me.
You Needed Me. Could I Have This Dance?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Asking?
I don't know.
Where's E-Rock? Is he in there?
Oh, no.
Oh, Daddy.
I couldn't see him.
Nice
No.
one,
I
Danny.
couldn't see him through the glass on the glare on the glass. That's all.
It's impossible.
All right, Danny. I guess we're not. Oh,
There we go, little snowbird.
Timing's everything.
All right. Even though we try to chill things up in this heat wave of the summertime, what happened to the music? Sort of dropped out. But Anne Murray steps up to the mic and that
No, back.
The unborn grass lies waiting for his coat.
The Canadian songbird.
This sounds very Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
It's like Gentle on My Mind.
Very nice. Good song. I used to love the Glenn Campbell show.
Oh, who didn't? I'm Glenn Campbell. It's knowing that your door is open. Yeah.
Now it's, hey, you're Glenn Campbell. Really?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Wichita Lineman by the time I get to Phoenix.
Ah, yes.
Remember Phonics, that reading program?
Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
By the time I get to Phonics, I'll be reading. We used to say that when we used to do the commercials.
Holy shit.
Yeah, how about that one?
How about it?
That was a good one.
How about that?
You also had Southern Nights.
Southern Nights. Meow. Yep, and he had Rhinestone Cowboy, which was a huge hit.
Very good, very good.
That was a good one.
Oh, like a rhinestone cowboy.
Well, we got to go to break, Danny. Thank you
All
for
right, guys. Well, thank you very much
for having standards, I guess.
Yeah, always good seeing you.
Sarah from Buffalo on Twitter. Beep beep shoes may be one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. After the break, Jackie and Kenny will be reading the Anthony Weiner / Carlos Danger sexting text messages, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Happy birthday, J-Lo. 44.
This is on my iPod.
No, I know. I remember. We did a whole bit on it.
Why not is the question.
Jimmy likes this one.
Delightful song.
Jackie likes it. She's
I
dancing.
do.
She's
I know.
chair dancing.
Yeah. She's Jenny, but she's the same.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, she hasn't changed.
Yeah, she loves her life in her public.
Right. You don't like the J-Lo.
Jenny from the block, indeed. I don't believe
She'll
it.
always be Jenny from the block.
I don't believe that she's Jenny from the block.
She may have some
Ever.
rocks, but don't allow them to fool you.
Yeah, she's got everything, but she's still Jenny from the block.
Yes.
Weiner sent me pictures of his cock. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Oh, Weiner. Good old Weiner. All right, we should get into the sexting.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Weiner as Carlos Danger.
Danger.
We're going to start from the top because Denny did a horrendous job reading this.
Just terrible.
Because he doesn't work blue.
No, so you're saying beep when the bad language was there.
Her beep beep shoes.
Her beep beep shoes.
Her beeps were swinging. Right. Were they?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
But he was saying "cum" every other word.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's spelled C-U-M, so he was saying it in the term that it's meant to be.
Sure.
He doesn't understand.
No, he doesn't know anything.
He's got his hard drive of hits. It's all
They misspelled "cum" here.
All right, so here we go. This is the conversation he had with a young lady, Anthony Weiner as Carlos Danger.
We start
young lady from Chicago.
with Anthony Weiner's part.
Yes, played by Kenny.
Club Soda Kenny.
Oh, Club Soda Kenny.
The entertainer.
On Facebook.
Right, on Facebook it's Club Soda Kenny.
I must have come thinking about you and looking at you 100 times. How does that make you feel? Gross?
That turns me on so much. Seriously.
I said I was hard. Help me.
Almost home. Be patient.
So I walk into a hotel room and you were at the end of the bed naked except for some amazing fuck me shoes. Your legs are spread, your feet are flat on the ground, and you are leaning slightly forward, looking completely in charge.
You know, we could always make that fantasy a reality.
No, no. Yeah, keep reading. Even though
Oh,
it's
you don't
not-
want me just to the
No, just so we
let
had the
her
whole conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do I get?
We'll see.
Can I tell you what I thought about last night that made me come?
Please do.
Beating a Skell's head in.
If it's some purple wood shampoo.
Putting shoe leather on a guy's teeth.
This is the worst reading ever.
He's yelling it. It's menacing.
And then Jackie's got that Rochester accent.
But Jackie's, I will say, I give Jackie's rendition of, out of 10. I give it a fucking 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Phenomenal rendition.
She's all in.
Yeah.
It's just the accent that's a little strange.
We'll say she was from Rochester instead of Chicago.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
longer
that's
know
right.
the difference.
It's like the same
Similar
anyway.
accent, actually.
You know
Midwest.
she'd
It's
probably,
probably
do that.
pretty close.
Hey, come on
annoying.
home over there. Be careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
I want you to fuck me like Dennis Farina.
It's just a little nasally.
Yeah.
But the Rochester gals have that.
Oh, I'm all wet down there like a deep dish pizza.
All right, page 2. Here we go.
I slide my cock.
What? Where are you?
Oh.
Well, look at the date.
Yeah, it says 1, 2, 3.
4.
Oh.
Going up.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Give me your bratwurst.
All right, I'm sorry, Kenny.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kenny.
I slide my cock in you slow at first. You are so tight. And then harder. My balls slapping your ass. With each thrust, you squeal a little. I start to fuck you so hard, your tits almost hit you in the face.
He fucking wrote that.
How terrible.
That is awful sexting.
He's a sexting hack.
He's the worst. You know how hard you have to picture fucking somebody and their tits are smashing them in the face.
Smashing them in the face.
How
you're just,
unsexy that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are big tits.
Yeah, they're A cups. That's how hard he wants to fuck her. I want to fuck you till your A cups are hitting your forehead. All right.
You reach back and spread your ass.
I want to make this happen as soon as possible.
I walk right up to you and bend down, grab the back of your hair, and put my tongue deep in your mouth. You grab my cock, still holding your hair and still kissing you. I stand you up.
You're making me so wet. I want this to happen.
Still holding your hair, now standing, I take my other hand and finger your pussy. It's wet, soaked. I turn you around and bend you over the back of a chair. Your pussy asking for it.
Yeah, pussy.
Fuck me, baby.
Still holding your hair, I spread your legs. Your tits are swinging already as you wiggle. I take out my cock and I lean over and whisper, "What do you want me to do to you?"
Ravage me.
Would you like me to hold your hair while you're gagging on my cock?
Jesus. This guy can't be the mayor.
Absolutely.
Would you let me come on those perfect tits?
I would let you come anywhere you wanted.
Me too. Staring at pictures of you is pathetic.
Oh, he's the worst.
Ditto.
I hear you. I want to come in you right after Master zaps me with electricity and gives me life. I want to throw a small girl down the well.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to come on you as soon as the villagers stop chasing me with torches.
All right, continue.
Not pathetic at all, so flattering. I think about you all the time. I can't help myself.
If I met you in a bar and tried to talk to you, would I have a chance?
Absolutely. You're such an amazing man. I still can't believe someone like you would pay attention to someone like me. It's literally a dream come true.
You are a fantasy to me. Have you made yourself come thinking about me recently?
God.
This morning.
You are a walking fantasy.
The way way he says it.
I don't want to just be a fantasy. I want to take care of your every need.
Why are you awake? What are you thinking about today? How do you look?
I don't sleep a lot. Obviously, I'm thinking about you, and I've been doing some painting today. Right now, I have no makeup on, and I'm topless.
I'm deeply flawed.
No, read the script.
That's what you say on your business card. Club Soda Kenny, and I'm deeply flawed.
I'm deeply flawed.
We all are. Imperfection is beauty, and madness is genius.
God, I want to take you from behind in front of a mirror. I want to see your face and feel your pussy spasm as I come with me deep in you.
You have no idea how much I want this to be more than a fantasy. I've never wanted anyone as much as I want you. You're perfect.
I make me insane. More. I'm gonna come again so hard.
Trying to upload a pic, but my phone is being slow. Try to be patient.
I like to whisper in your ear while I make love to you. That okay?
That okay?
I can't maintain an erection unless the Rodney King video is showing in the background.
More than okay. Just the idea of it turns me on so much. I want to connect with you on every level.
Standing behind you, lathering with one hand, fingering you with the other.
Baby, you make me so wet. I want you to slowly enter me while passionately kissing me.
Taking a shower. Want to join me?
That sounds perfect.
I wish you would have sent that text in 1942.
Oh, shit.
You may want to be wet. He's huge for you today.
Oh, he?
You
Was he rock
always make
showering
me-
with him?
You always make me wet.
All of me?
Absolutely.
Wet? Put on some shoes. I would spread your ass so my cock hits deep.
Why would you put on shoes?
I put on shoes.
Put on shoes.
I want
Put
you.
on some shoes. I want to fuck you while we watch Stop and Frisks in the subway. Put your dancing shoes on. And I'll wear the black ones that Master put on me.
I want you as deep inside me as you possibly can get.
What are you wearing? Much for me to take off? I'd hold you by your throat.
I'm wearing a skirt and no panties. Easy access for you.
God, I would hit that so hard, your pussy would beg for mercy.
Much like the listener's ears are.
Much like many people I just pulled over for a traffic ticket.
I would hit your pussy like there was a billy club between my legs. I want to hit you right in the perp.
I want you to pin me over my desk right now.
Like what, you see?
What? Like what you see?
Oh.
So obviously,
Like what you see. I'm like trying to figure out what that line was.
Come on, you, I will.
he texted like what you see. So obviously he's sending pictures during this whole thing.
Like what you see.
Very much so. I was attracted to you way before all that happened. I don't know the last word.
Yeah, it's covered up by the dirty.com.
Probably all that happened before this.
Something like that, yeah.
Sure.
I found the perfect woman. Gorgeous, sexy, and a little bit of my crazy.
I basically worship the ground you walk on. You're incredible.
So you won't tell me what picture of me you would like the most or turned you on the most?
Specific.
Wait, what is going on?
You missed the last part.
Yeah, what is it? Only
TV.
Oh. I didn't understand.
Okay, read it again.
Only TV.
Yeah, that's a key word.
Yeah, read it again.
Okay. So you want me... So you won't tell me what picture of me you like the most or turned you on the most? Only TV?
Specifically, your healthcare rants were a huge turn.
Oh, my God. What
Healthcare rants.
Oh, what an
Those are
idiot.
sexy.
Sadly, my pics are out there to look at. Have you ever?
Yes, and I must say I'm quite impressed.
Oh, Jesus.
Tell me about your pussy. Smooth?
Very.
Tell me about your pussy.
How humiliating.
Oh,
God, Jesus.
And he fucking bought into it. I like your healthcare, man.
And he still went.
So he can't even deny that it's him.
Right.
Wow, what a dope.
I was reading your tweets and looking at your pics, so I thought I'd hold your wrist to settle you down.
You have no idea how turned on I am right now. I really want you to manhandle me.
Okay.
That's it, huh?
wow.
More will come out.
That's it for now.
This is great, though. This is literally
Wow.
like opening up a fucking new DVD box set. You know, more episodes are right behind
There's
us.
more. There's more.
There are not.
Don't
This
you
is not
worry.
the end of it.
No, they wouldn't put it all out there in one day, right? They probably would spread it out a little bit.
Now, I would like Jackie and Kenny to read a text exchange that I had recently with the young lady.
Jackie, could you make your voice a lot deeper?
Hello, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job, Kenny.
Yeah, very good, Kenny.
Very good.
Very sexy.
Very powerful
Yes.
reader. Kenny
Yes,
is very
he's
powerful.
It's amazing.
Hold your wrists.
Your pussy. Your
And of course, the lovely Jackie.
Very good
bang
job.
up,
Marvelous job.
bang up job right there.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was very good. With your little Mary Tyler Moore hat.
My dress with pockets.
Yes, and your little summery dress with pockets.
Oh, cool.
She's just adorable. Here she goes, Jackie. It's gonna. What interns are we gonna get next? Because we might as well just stop the intern program.
We gotta just get girl interns now.
Yeah.
Now that
Could
we
you
set the
imagine
precedent, Sam.
More smelly, greasy guys fucking coming in.
Travis, we got anything new?
No new wieners.
Oh, boo.
Laundry day, Travis?
Oh, yeah, the Geraldo thing.
Travel day. Okay. That's your Wobot shirt.
Does he say the thing that we were talking about this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Oh.
So Geraldo, I guess we can move on to Geraldo.
Oh,
I'm sure we'll get back to Anthony Weiner.
This is all just fucking disgusting.
It's exhausting.
It really is.
So Geraldo,
Older people with their cell phones who don't realize the implications that it's forever.
It's forever, and it's all everywhere. Ever. And it goes everywhere.
So Geraldo did the selfie over the weekend to show everyone that 70 looks good.
He said 70 is the new 50. Look out. So he was rocking it in front of the mirror with fucking barely covering his dick and balls with a towel. Everything else was showing except just his dick and balls.
That's what bothers me the most about his selfie, because he thought about the towel placement for a while and decided, okay, if I keep it this low.
He says it's strategically placed.
Oh, he does say.
Yeah.
Well, of course it is.
So, I didn't even know Geraldo had a radio show.
Yeah.
Where is his radio
That's
show?
news to me. I don't know. I think it's like online.
Oh, some kind of like
I
podcast
just
thing
found
or
it
something?
on
And he
his
has
website.
to shave down. Like, there would be a big disaster of fucking hair there.
Well, look at the mustache. You got to assume that he's
got
he
gray
could grow
hair.
a lot of fucking
Oh,
hair,
my
this
God,
guy.
right?
So Geraldo explains the selfie photo on his radio show while on the phone with Elliot Spitzer.
Oh.
Elliot Spitzer doesn't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, he kind of keeps quiet.
Of course he
Oh,
does.
my
You're not going to hear
God.
anything from him.
And TV personality Eric Bowling, who's he? Do we know him?
I don't know, but he's the one that kind of
He falls over a lot.
Started this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's this dude.
What's his name?
Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah, he was
guy
in the
from
gutter.
He's from the 5 on Fox.
5, yeah.
The 5.
Yeah.
The 5.
It's on the 5.
So, Eric, what did you think when you saw it, and do you think I still have a job?
I think you still have a job, I'm guessing. Well, here's what I thought. I tweeted immediately, what the ... question mark, and then why question mark.
Danny? Beep,
look,
beep.
Geraldo, I mean, of all the people who should know better, I mean, it would be you. Look at this. Look what's going on with Anthony Weiner. You know everything about what's going on with Anthony Weiner. What were you thinking, my man? You're a friend. What were you thinking?
Remember, I stayed above my private parts with my...
Barely.
I had a strategically placed towel there, but... Governor Elliot Spitzer speaks of hubris. The governor speaks of hubris. Hubris is when you churn life for boredom or for ambition, or you just can't stand to have things organized and quiet, and you create a tumult in your life. And I think that there I was, 2:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. And, I do the show Saturday night. I did a great show on, black on black crime and race relations and the Trayvon Martin fallout and federal charges and a couple of things going on in these crimes in Boston and, the death of a witness in FBI custody. So I did that show, and I get there and I get home and there's no one to talk to. Everyone's asleep, and you just sit around. I had a drink, and then I was, I had taken that picture Saturday morning, and I was looking at it, just going through, and I said, I'm going to tweet this thing. I look pretty good for a 70-year-old, and I think because I'm so old, people will cut me some slack, that they won't take it too seriously. And I don't know, I just pushed the trigger, and then once you push the trigger, it's
there for life.
It's there for life.
I don't have any problem with it. Just
not at all.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You just picture him sitting there. Right. A few drinks. Fuck it. I bet I could get some pussy by putting this picture out. Fuck it. So he was just kind of hanging out with his rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, you probably thought a bunch of people were going to comment on how nice his body was.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize because he was drunk.
Yes.
He didn't realize. It's one of those ideas you have at night, and then you wake up in the morning, and that's when you realize it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But he actually did it.
I thank God I don't drink in the age of cell phones and Twitter.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck? It's only a cock. Everybody fucking has one.
I can imagine.
Holy, look at Jimmy's eyes rolling.
God.
Yeah. You would be a problem.
Dude, I can't imagine the things that would be going out of my Twitter. Oh my God.
Dude, how close is he to the top of his fucking penis there?
Really close.
Like real close, right? That's what's weird about the picture.
Well, he wanted to really show off.
He really
every
likes that
bit.
V of his, huh?
Every bit of it.
You got to have the point in the V, or it's not a V. So you really got to move that towel down.
Plus, he knows the girls like that. That's just such a tease. Like, ooh, all I want to do is rip that towel down.
Oh, God.
Is he married these days? I know he, that shit comes and goes with him, I think.
Yeah, he was a pussy hound at one point.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
He fucked everyone.
Yeah, you just lose muscle mass at that age. Like, look at his shoulders and stuff and his arms. It's like, it doesn't matter what you do.
But he's 70.
That's what I mean, but,
all right. But if he turned around, his ass would be completely exposed. That's how low the towel is.
Oh, for you and your fantasies.
Yeah, you see that asshole. It's got hair on it.
It says he's married. It says he's been married since 2003. So why wasn't his wife hanging around? Why was he so lonely that he had to take photos of his
They were
almost
sleeping.
dick?
He said it. They were sleeping.
Geraldo was lonely. He was lonely. Damn. Well,
man, this first hour and a half of this show exhausted me.
It's exhausting.
Between the Anthony Weiner and
going on.
Carlos Danger and the Geraldo thing and the readings.
My dick hasn't gone down once yet.
You got to wonder what politicians in the past would have tripped over their own dicks on cell phones and everything. Kennedy's probably would have done something.
Oh, my God.
People would have been all over the Kennedys.
Send me a picture of your cunt, Mimi. Oh, immediately.
Mimi Beardsley.
Dearest Mimi.
Even Clinton. Imagine if Clinton had a cell phone.
Yeah.
What?
I think he sent one email when he was in the White House.
That's right.
Only one email.
There's a cockpick.
Yes, this big cockpick.
What was the one email he sent?
I want to bang you so hard that your tits smack off your face.
He was smart enough, though, although he did come on that dress. And even smart people get caught up in this shit.
Right.
Weiner's a smart guy, but man, when you're fucking pumping your dick, brains don't mean anything.
No.
They're calling A-Rod in the paper today the most hated person in baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is a piece of shit. The Yankee organization can't even fake it anymore that they don't hate this guy. Like, I love when they put out statements and they might take a jab at him, and then they're like, no, we appreciate everything Alex has done for the team, and he's a part of the Yankee family. Now they don't even fucking...
Because he's a choke artist and a selfish dick.
I fear no reprisals.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That one I knew.
When he was dragging around the fucking World Series trophy.
Just doesn't seem like a nice guy. He seems like an arrogant twat who chokes. If he was fucking Mr. October, Reggie Jackson at least fucking hit home runs in October. This bag of shit grounds into a double play whenever you need him in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
He stinks.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
They're talking maybe a fucking lifetime ban from the game.
Well, I think what's happening is that's going to happen because the sports guys all know, like they have inside sources, and I think everyone's surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there going, hello, this is happening. We all know it, so when are they going to pull the trigger on it? Maybe by the end of the week. He'll get a lifetime ban from baseball.
That'd be great.
That's fucking
He's
harsh.
a dirty Seattle Mariner. He always will be. Fuck him and Edgar Martinez and Jay Buhner. Oh, yes, I'm a Mariner. I've been fired.
Wow. You really got into that one.
And fucking Randy Johnson and that whole...
Randy Johnson.
That whole fucking shitty Yankee.
You don't like the Mariners, huh?
Hate those motherfucking 90s Mariners. Murdered the Yankees.
Yeah.
Every West Coast trip, the fucking Yankees would go 2-8.
Yeah.
They'd be fighting it for first with Boston. They'd be fucking 2-8. They'd come back 6 games out of first. I want the whole West Coast to fucking fall into the ocean. Oh, I hated it. Cunt Mariners. Oh, that Randy Johnson is a fucking bag of shit.
Oh, he stopped and took a picture with you.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's right.
Fucking lurch. Yeah.
Bill Madden in the Daily News today, sports writer, his headline, most hated player ever. They're starting to call him.
Not more than Ty Cobb. He's not hated more than Ty Cobb was. They threw shit on the field.
And they're all hinting Major League Baseball is juiced to get rid of A-Rod for good. They all know that is happening, but they just don't know when, for whatever reason. But they're coming after him. It's always, and this is the picture you always get of A-Rod, that smirk of...
It's amazing. You look at someone like Jeter, who fucking, no controversy, fucking all-around good guy, charitable, fucking amazing player.
Hateable.
And he's beloved.
Yeah.
He's beloved. And then you
Mariano
get...
Rivera.
Yeah.
The
Mo.
crowds in Boston were giving him a standing ovation over the weekend because, because he's retiring. And
he's amazing.
And everybody's showing him the respect that he deserves. I hate the Yankees, but there's no possible way you can't respect him as the greatest closer of all time.
I'm not following baseball this year. Like, he comes back from the injury. Is he having a good season? I don't even know. Rivera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's as dominant as ever.
Isn't that amazing?
It's
because he was ready to
incredible.
leave, and then he gets that horrendous injury, and he said, fuck, I can't leave this
He's
way.
as good as he's ever been.
Wow, really?
Maybe he stays another year. Who
He
the
won't.
fuck knows?
No, he's done.
Why?
He's done.
Because he's done.
He just wanted to come back and show. He wanted to go out
He
in
didn't
his
want
own
to
terms.
retire on an injury.
Right.
Like
That
he was
was a
already
bad
thinking
injury,
about it.
man.
Yeah, I mean, it cost him the season.
Do you think he will be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know, maybe.
You think they retire his number?
Yeah, but
actually.
technically it's already retired.
Oh, 42, right, Jackie.
Yeah.
Shit.
Last one.
But the Yankees fans are done with A-Rod,
And
too?
everybody is
Done with him for years.
Yeah, for years. Everyone's done with A-Rod.
People hung in there for a while with A-Rod, though.
I hope he doesn't get banned. I hope the Yankees have to pay every penny of that contract.
God, no.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that either. Even though I was, fuck him for making that terrible move.
Lifetime ban, what happens to his contract?
I don't know. I don't know how these deals work.
I'm sure there's some kind of clause in there where if you fuck up like that, you're out.
Absolutely.
Breach. breach.
Or a clause like Aaron Hernandez, when they cut him, it's got to be if you're arrested for a fucking homicide and charged,
Yeah.
we don't have to pay you. There's some kind of morals clause.
You're sitting in prison getting fucking $1 million checks from your team.
That's got to piss off the boys in the joint.
Yeah.
Still getting paid. Holy
Very
fuck.
popular at the commissary.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever just be grateful that, like, no matter how bad you've done things, where you haven't fucked up your life like that?
Oh.
Like, when you look at these guys who are in prison blowing $40 million, like, you dumb motherfucker. Over nonsense.
Yeah, what is that about with Aaron Hernandez?
It's nonsense.
He's
Utter
a
nonsense.
fucking thug.
Yeah, he is a thug.
He's just a fucking thug who bamboozled everybody into thinking he was a football player.
I don't think playing football, like, just makes him not a thug anymore.
So what you're saying is you can take that. Yeah, no, we hear you.
Wow. All right.
Is that what I sound like?
Oh, I'm a Travis.
My horrible. Oh, okay.
You're talking about me.
Oh. I mistook.
Why don't we take a break? We got Joe Rogan coming in today.
Calling it.
Oh,
Rogan's
Colin. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I was
Colin.
gonna say,
Colin, that's
fuck.
right.
I knocked Joe Rogan out.
I don't like the balls right now. It's really a little over the top and too much.
You think so? You think it's his hook and you don't like it?
Oh, it's his hook. It's his gimmick.
We're also flying to Montreal today. We're going
Yes.
to be live in Montreal tomorrow and Friday.
Montreal.
Pretty excited about it. It's going to be great. And
we haven't done one of these full show fucking field trips in a while.
year at least.
It's fucking
Chicago
cool.
was the last one, right?
Yeah, right.
That's about a
Yeah.
year ago.
Yeah.
And then the O&A podcast is available today, right? The new one?
Yeah.
Episode 11 we're up to. Please subscribe to the Opie and Anthony podcast. And we forgot about this bit that we're featuring this week.
What's the whole Super Ball saga?
Super Ball, right.
The whole
Super
thing.
Ball.
We had a bunch of guys come in and just beat the shit out of their fucking testicles.
Right.
Basically.
Oh.
And then it ends with bees.
Wasn't that Tracy's last appearance?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one thing you're going to hear on this podcast, I got to explain. The end of the podcast, I think it's a perfect ending, by the way. But in the old days, we used to be shut off by a master computer. And that day, it worked out perfectly.
All right.
But that's why it ends how it ends. Because we actually ran out of time. They had a master fucking computer that at whatever time,
They
like
used to just
9:58,
switch us off.
and switches off. That it didn't matter what we were doing.
Right.
And we got it in just in time, and people were like, "Holy fuck, what a great ending!"
The countdown.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the countdown noise?
Oh, yeah. It was
Well, we used to do
Mario.
Mario Brothers and other shit. And then what's the Opie and Anthony nugget? Well, I guess we keep that as a surprise.
No, it never
Just
ends
flew
up-
out of Jimmy's ass.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking.
Where do they get the podcast? What's the easiest way? iTunes.
You can just go to Facebook.
Yeah, but every
Opie
day I
and
get
Anthony.
people going, how do I get the pod? I don't understand these people.
It's
you
so
can't figure
easy.
out how to get a podcast now?
I don't know how people don't figure out how to do anything. It's fucking online.
Right.
It's a fucking Google it.
Opie and Anthony.
Where is this? Where do you find that?
Right.
Who is that guy?
They just want to talk to you.
Yeah, I think
Is that what
so.
that is?
That's all it is. They want to talk to you guys.
Yeah. Problem?
What happened, Jimmy?
Nothing at all. It's nothing to do with what Sam's wearing.
Oh.
What? You don't like his Canadian pants? He's dressing for Canada
His
today.
fucking sockless shoes are enraging.
Let me
I
see.
thought you liked socks, Sam. What happened?
Show 'em.
Not if you're wearing boat shoes.
Show him.
Oh, shoes.
Fuck.
Holy shit, you got huge feet.
You really do.
Hello, fellas.
All the better to pop a quarter off those ankles.
Sure.
Are those shoes coming
Smooth
back?
Ankles.
I don't know. I'm bringing it back.
The boat shoes coming back? 'Cause
You
they,
should.
They were, they were popular when we were growing up. Coming up, Ed Balls. Who's Ed Balls? Ed Balls is coming up on
Ed Balls.
Is that his name?
I'm Ed Balls.
Coming up, Ed Balls.
It's Carlos Danger's cousin.
Yes.
Ed Balls.
Yeah, he's like Bill Pecca.
You may want to be wet. He's huge for you today.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony channel.
He's so horny.
Sirius XM.
Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Haven't you done this before, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Are you fucking any Negroes? Do you have any friends who'll eat my ass? Have some bootleg alcohol. You're a virgin, aren't you? Smell these poppers. Her name is horrible. It's a real cock softener. Why don't you take care of my baby brother? Oh, look, his cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Haven't you done this before, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Haven't you done this before, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley.
Hi.
Back. Fucking rocks.
Hi.
I love that song.
Hi. We're here.
I know, yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone. We're back.
I thought we were going to get a sweeper there.
Yeah.
It's always the opposite.
I know.
It's always the opposite,
no
right?
matter what. The instincts are always reversed.
Oh.
Not, and it's just a weird,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I thought he might hit sweeper there.
Because usually he hits a sweeper and then you yell at him.
Yeah, I know. He can't win.
No. But this time
I'll
he didn't hit
acknowledge
the
that.
sweeper.
Yeah.
But you were thinking sweeper this time.
I was thinking sweeper.
Just never on the same page.
Well, sometimes it's the same page.
Almost never.
He came up with...
Now, back to our show.
He rocks.
Just,
That's fucking
it's
great.
just a menace.
He
got
really
way
is
too
taking his shots.
He's got way too much power behind that board.
Yeah, he certainly does. Is he joining us in Canada?
Fuck yes.
Oh,
he is.
yeah.
Eric, you coming to Canada?
Yes, I am.
What are you going to do in Montreal?
Here you go. Probably eat.
Oh.
Try some of their food?
There's some great restaurants I'm hearing stuff about. I
Yeah,
want
we
to
go out
go.
tonight to a nice dinner.
What kind of restaurants?
Well, the one Roland's been telling everybody about is called Joe Beef. And apparently they have a great food cuisine there.
That's what he told me
Yeah.
yesterday. He goes, "Are you making reservations?" Like he's talking about restaurants all day, and I go, "I don't know. I'm going to go to Montreal and just see what happens."
Because we got to figure out our radio show still.
He's like me with fucking Backpage.com.
Right.
The way he looks at restaurants is like I look up hookers and shit. Wow.
Like I'm not thinking about dinners, and he goes, "Well, Joe Beaver's up there. Oh, but they don't have the food cuisine that you like."
Food cuisine.
And I go, what?
It's either the food or the cuisine.
Food cuisine.
Why don't we get rolling in here
to talk about food cuisine?
Yeah, because he's figuring out our food plans for the big Montreal trip.
And we're broadcasting tomorrow and Friday, 7 to 11, from the Hyatt. I don't know what street it's on, but it's right there. It's right in the middle of the Just for Laughs Festival.
The Hyatt Regency, right?
There's a lot of guests lined up, a lot of comedians coming on. And then we're doing that Friday night surprise show, which they say is sold out, but who knows? There may be tickets at the door available. I don't know. So if you want to try to get tickets,
Sold
walk up
out.
never hurts.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Roland's coming in with our itinerary. Roland, what do you got for us? Where should we eat?
As far as food cuisine goes.
Yes.
Well, there's I forgot, but there's a sandwich place that has like smoked meats that you can't get over here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Why can't we get smoked meat over here?
They perfected it over there, though. They're the French. So I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah, but why don't we send a spy and go, oh, that's how you do the smoked meat, and then bring it back to the States?
So they smoke the tube steak?
Yeah, what, are they smoking it like it's a bunch of cigars or something?
So after the show, I'm gonna skedaddle and enjoy a couple course meal there. Enjoy the meats.
Oh.
Little nap.
Are you gonna eat some beaver?
I'll eat whatever.
They eat beaver up there, man.
Do
they? Yeah,
There's
they
an
do.
animal. I'll eat it. They didn't have donkey over there.
Were you really looking up restaurants and stuff in Montreal?
Of course he was.
Yeah.
He gets,
I wouldn't even occur to me to do that.
He's a foodie.
He gets so bummed out though. Like when we went to Cleveland, he had all this stuff planned out, but he didn't. Like he's the worst traveler of anyone on the staff by far. It's just terrible with timing and booking his flights and all that stuff. So he had no idea what kind of time he had. And when he found out that we only had time to eat in the food court at the mall before the show in Cleveland,
oh God,
he couldn't have been more depressed.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was.
Yeah.
I sampled the court,
He
though.
texted me yesterday.
Sampled.
He texted me yesterday, and he says, "Are you bringing a carry-on for tomorrow?" I go, "Yeah, of course. She's bringing a carry-on." And he came in today. He's got a messenger bag with all his clothes shoved in it.
A messenger bag.
Because he didn't realize you could have a real bag as a carry-on.
Yeah, you can
My bad. My bad.
a smaller suitcase.
What's a messenger bag?
It's like a book
Like
bag.
an over-the-shoulder.
Like your Leno thing?
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, and
It's like
you
a laptop case.
like you could take one of those. That's a carry-on.
Yeah.
Roland's kind of like a child when he's traveling.
100%.
no.
He's the worst independent traveler I've ever seen.
The stewardess is going to give him little wings.
Last
But to sit on the captain's lap.
Yeah.
when we went to Chicago, he was on a different flight than everybody, and he's texting me, "Oh, these cheap fucks at Sirius, they got me on this tiny little plane. I don't believe this." And I texted him back and said, "Roland, we all booked our own flights."
Oh.
And he went, "Oh, my bad."
And plus the price doesn't change on a smaller plane.
No.
Like an Embraer, it's the route you're paying for, not the
Yeah.
fucking size of the plane.
And it was Roland that booked it anyway. Sirius had nothing to do with it.
The deli that Roland's referring to, by the way, is Schwartz's.
Yeah.
But
And
what
where
is
is
this
that?
a deli?
Huh?
They're known for their sandwiches.
For their smoked meat, yeah. It's amazing.
Is it good?
It's phenomenal.
Maybe if everyone's lucky, I'll have a sandwich there.
It's the best.
What kind of smoked meat?
Sandwiches.
Smoked meat sandwiches on rye bread with mustard. And
That's probably very good.
Yeah.
All right, you
Yeah.
convinced me.
Delicious, yeah.
am
Roland asked us
not
yesterday.
a food guy.
No, I'm not.
I don't care really. If the food's good, I'm like, oh, that's really good. But I won't go out of my way like, oh, that's a great restaurant. I'm just as happy getting room service. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather just do that and save the time for drinking.
You could do that 24 hours a day.
Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny.
Thank you.
Thanks for reiterating that.
It's a saltwater lap pool.
Ooh.
Wait, a lap pool?
Yeah.
Can you
Isn't
swim
that
naked?
isn't that like a skinny pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
No, it's a skinny pool.
I gotta buy a
And it's
bathing
right.
I don't want no skinny pool. I want a fat
All right.
pool.
And Roland, they are small planes again. And you're sitting next to Troy. Poor Troy.
Why not
Oh,
poor
boy.
Roland?
Yeah.
Because Roland's husky.
But in the plane, though, the fat guy always wins.
Well,
Because he just got blob.
Yeah.
Fucking rolling.
Do you don't like seep over the armrests.
No,
do you?
no.
You're
But
not
I will
that
take 2 shits on the plane.
Don't shit on the plane.
We're not flying for hours.
It's a 1-hour flight.
I know. I'm saving it right now. I'm holding it.
Oh,
Why
please
would
take
you
a
do
shit on the
that?
plane.
That'd be hilarious.
Please don't flush.
I'm holding it, and I leave the door open. And I go, does anybody else have to go?
Oh,
So
Roland's just the worst.
He came in during the break.
I won't flush either.
And he goes, oh, I'm going to have to shit so bad on the plane. We're leaving like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
I'm holding it.
So much time to shit before.
Yeah, just shit now.
No, I'm gonna hold it till it hurts.
All right, we got people that are going to help us out with Montreal.
Oh.
Rich in Buffalo. Rich.
Hello, fellas. Actually, I'm originally from Long Island, but I moved up here. But anyway, I went to Montreal last summer on a vacation. I had this smoked meat. It's basically a corned beef sandwich that you can get in any kosher deli, but it is really good. But so was every good corned beef sandwich I've had in a kosher deli.
Thank you.
That's what I thought.
But they have fantastic croissants, not crow nuts or whatever the hell they're called. But the ones I had were like fresh out of the oven. I mean, it was the best thing I ever ate. And you guys were talking about raccoons yesterday. And there's this Mount Royal, which is how Montreal got its name. Travis backed me up on this. But if you go, follow the road up to Mount Royal, to the scenic vista or whatever. And on the way
Mountain, Mount Royal, Montreal.
Hold on a second. Let's confirm with Travis that that's the origin.
Good old Travis.
Go ahead, Trav. Back him up.
Correct.
Or rebuke him.
I can't wait for the call. This fucking guy from Buffalo, you don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
And then, so on the way up to the peak, where you can go and oversee the city, there's a little scenic vista you can pull in, and there's a giant sign that says, do not feed the raccoons. But, of course, everybody does. And they are the friendliest,
Where's this going?
sweetest things that you'll ever
We could feed raccoons?
He's talking about friendly, sweet Canadian raccoons.
They're friendly?
It went from food.
Yeah, they're friendly because you have
absolutely.
food.
Can you pet them?
I would not. I would never pet a raccoon. Jimmy.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know about that. Travis, back him up. Are they friendly or not?
Travis,
Jim,
Travis will back him up.
I can't confirm.
You've never gone to the top of Montreal?
Well, I have, but I've never gone to the raccoon meetup.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about beaver?
No thanks.
No, man. Fucking on Piers Morgan's show, he did a whole thing from Montreal, and they ate beaver.
Nice.
Can't verify beaver, but I had a...
not Piers Morgan. Fucking Anthony Bourdain. Jesus.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Anthony Bourdain did a whole thing, and they ate beaver.
And donkey.
And I didn't... Did they eat donkey, too?
Yeah, in Indian restaurant.
Yes.
Oh. They didn't know it was donkey. They thought it was chicken.
All right. Thanks for this amazing phone call.
How did Don get back in his house?
Yeah, fucking donkey, because they're eating it. Oh, yeah. Wordplay humor.
It's the best kind of humor.
It's very, very sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Roland yesterday was trying to get ideas from us as to what to do while we're up there, and he asked Sam and I if it's worth it to take the boat to Quebec.
Oh, my God.
Is that a long boat ride?
Roland doesn't understand that Montreal is in the province of Quebec.
I see. Okay.
Yes. Take a boat to Montreal, have to drag it fucking 1,600 miles.
That would be like taking a boat from Manhattan to New York.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any boat you get
go
on.
to New York.
Gotcha.
All
From
boats,
Manhattan.
All boats in Montreal are already in Quebec.
Quebec City, though?
They're not in Quebec
I
City.
think that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Quebec, as Alex Trebek says. Quebec.
That's how it's
in
pronounced.
Montreal.
Just say Montreal.
You're going to be so annoyed when you're up there.
Why?
No, I'm not really going to see many people.
You'll be in the casino.
Well, that's true.
Where is the casino?
They'll be counting in French.
Casino Montreal.
How far is that from where we're going to be?
I have no idea. Kenny, any clue?
Not far.
No, Keith knows.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Drive maybe 15.
Are you going today or tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow.
Do you know how to count in French?
Yes.
That's what they'll be doing
Yes.
when you're playing blackjack.
1,
Will they?
2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know how to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What is it?
That's 10?
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. No? Oh, that's the...
Sometimes it's tough. Like,
That's France of fucking the
you know how
40s.
fast they count in casinos here?
Yeah.
And when you're trying to keep up with numbers that you're not used to hearing. And,
Nah, I just look at the cards.
Exactly.
I know what I got.
He knows how to add.
Yeah. I've gotten pretty good at that.
Why don't we say hi to Jeff in Montreal?
Hey, this is Jeff from Montreal.
What's up, Jeff? What do you got?
Good. So, the casino is about 10 minutes away from where you guys are staying. Just grab a taxi, go up there, have some fun. But watch out for the obnoxious Quebecers, because they can really be big pains in the asses.
In what way?
They're just obnoxious, you'll see for yourself. The people in Quebec, the French people are very different than real Canadians.
Honestly, I haven't had much. I've been up there plenty of times, and everybody's been fine. Yeah. They really have been. I'm sure some can be dicks, but I haven't had any real assholes. I mean, everyone's been kind of friendly.
Must be weird to have French people. It's not France.
It's silly. They're all
silly.
They're like the Wiggers of Canada.
Yes, Kenny?
You can't win more than 10 grand, or you'll have to declare it.
Why is that?
Customs coming back, U.S. Customs.
Yeah, and what happens?
I remember one time I went with another comedian. And we were in Detroit, and we looked out the hotel window. We saw a casino sign, but we didn't realize it was like in Toronto, in another country.
Yeah.
So we went over there, and that comedian won a lot of money. And we all had to shove it down our groins to smuggle it back into the country.
That's usually what you do.
Yeah.
I have gambled at Atlantis, the wonderful Atlantis down there in the Bahamas, and I did pretty well. And I had people with me that had to,
Yeah, I was going to say, if you win more
bag.
than $10,000, I'll be happy to take some of it from you.
Yeah, everybody is able to carry 10 grand over the border, so you just divvy it up.
Sure.
Sam and I
Between
would
And then good
probably
luck getting it back.
Oh, believe me, I get it back.
Give you an IOU.
Although, yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Whoa, hey.
I can do anything.
All right.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Jeff, you fucking you-know-what.
My pecker?
Jeff, what about the beaver up there?
The beaver, that's not existent. I don't know where
Enough
you
about
got
the
that
beaver.
information from. There's no beaver.
It was Anthony Bourdain.
Nice, beaver.
Maybe. That's bullshit. That's
Yeah.
real bullshit. The best thing that you guys are going to find is going to be the poutine. How you guys got to definitely try that out.
Poutine?
Breakfast.
What is that?
Cheese curds.
The poutine, it's French fries with cheese curds and gravy.
It's an
cheese
acquired taste.
curds.
Oh, Travis is backing him up. Not really backing him up.
Travis
this time.
backing him up? Acquired taste.
What does that mean?
Like, you either like
Acquired
it or
taste
you really
means it
don't.
stinks.
What does it taste like to you?
It tastes like, it's very, sharp cheese curds. Like, you can only get it up there.
Fucking cut yourself.
Yeah.
Sharp.
They love it up there. I've had it a few times. It's okay.
It's like the Canadian version of disco fries.
Ooh.
Freedom fries, we call them.
Yeah.
I like disco
really
fries.
good.
Disco fries.
It's really good after a night of drinking. There's a place open 24 hours a day. It's called La Banquise. Check that place out.
God, what's with the
Really
fucking
good.
law?
See, you're already annoyed.
You don't like the laws?
I don't like the law.
No.
Law.
All right, thank you. I'm going to Alaska. It's Don. Don in Alaska.
Is that Don on the phone?
Hey guys. You guys have been talking about beaver a lot. Up here, we catch beaver all the time. If you take the tails and slice it nice and thick, if you fry it just like bacon, it tastes like bacon, looks like bacon.
Then
you
I'll
can't
fucking
tell
get
the
bacon.
difference
Yeah,
at all.
exactly. Why take the chance that it's going to be gamey bacon?
A beaver
Just get
tail.
bacon.
Because there ain't a fucking store on every block up here.
All right, fair enough.
Well, you know,
My place is
he does have a point.
250 miles from the nearest town, so, I mean, when we want...
Wait, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you live 250 miles from the nearest town?
Because I've got a mining claim up here.
A
Working
mining
during the
claim?
season and everything.
Gold?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Is it
Well,
gold?
Gold, silver, platinum, a little bit of copper, yeah.
man's trying to jump my claim. I'm gonna get him.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right, well, he faced us.
Yeah,
He can't get bacon, so he's
So he
trying to
gets the
make
beaver.
bacon from beaver tail.
Just going out is
that's
like
horrendous.
and grabbing a beaver. That's the equivalent of like hitting it up a 7-Eleven.
Right.
Down here, you just got to
Pretty
go
much,
out,
yeah.
get yourself some beaver tail.
The worst part of your description was, you slice it thick. Ugh.
Thick. Yeah, you gotta eat your beaver tail nice and thick and chunky.
Yeah, that thing that was waving over its asshole its whole life.
Yeah.
And dragging in its shit.
That leathery-looking fucking tool.
That it smacks wood
That
with.
you just pound shit with.
Yeah, how delicious.
Make sure that part is thick.
Yeah, if you don't have that, just fry up a hammer and eat that.
Oh my God!
It doesn't sound very appetizing.
Not at all.
No, it actually is. But the one thing that you want to stay away from is
Canada.
you want to stay away from anybody that's trying to serve you porcupine stew.
Oh my!
It tastes good, but it'll give you the shits if it's not cooked.
Plus there's spikes in it.
Yeah. Porcupine stew.
Who the fuck wants porcupine stew? I wouldn't even want that if that was the porcupine's name and it was a pet.
Yes, sweet horse.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of good food up here. I mean, like moose burgers. I mean,
Moose
everything.
burgers.
Moose.
Oh yeah.
What does that taste like?
It's got to taste like shit.
It has to,
gotta be the
or
gamiest-
we would be eating moose burgers in New York City.
It's got to be so gamey.
That's fucking asshole. No, it tastes just like a buffalo burger.
Look,
those are good.
A little bit of pepper on it. It tastes fucking great.
New York City is all about opportunity. So if moose tasted that good, there'd be a restaurant down here serving that shit.
I bet you there's a restaurant that serves. There's
Really?
restaurants that serve poutine.
Roland, where can we get some moose in New York?
There's one in Soho. It's I think it's like 40 something. It's all gaming meat places.
Gamey?
Yeah, all gaming meat.
Yeah.
Who enjoys gamey
goes
meat?
there?
A Monopoly steak?
You like Austrian
And a truffle burger?
Oh, it's called 40 West, I believe.
Yeah, you pass go, you get toilet paper. Fucking sounds horrible.
Gamey.
Will you go there?
Oh, I went there before a couple of times. They have a rabbit. It's delicious if you like gamey meats.
Yeah.
Gamey meats.
No one likes gamey meat.
No one.
They make believe they do because they want to be different.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
no, it's not.
It's the sauce, though. It's the sauce that makes it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you dip in the sauce and the...
I've had rabbit.
It's not nice to talk
Rabbit's not bad, I guess, but
gamey meats.
Gamey meats in general.
And there's no reason to talk about me meats that way.
He knew he was going to do that.
Gamey meats.
Now we got a guy that wants to explain poutine or poutine.
Poutine.
He wants to explain it further. He feels like you're not doing it justice, Travis. Edmund in Montreal.
Fitzgerald. Oh.
Hey guys.
What's this pouting stuff?
Guys, yeah. I'm going to be at your show. I'm in the audience tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, at the Hyatt.
I'm supposed to. Yeah, I was supposed to get the details emailed to me by Travis.
You did. They're in your email.
Great, I appreciate it, man. That's great. Poutine is more a fast food type of thing. It's kind of a gravy.
This isn't real.
Yeah, it is.
thick
No, I mean, this
cheese
accent can't be
and,
real. It's hilarious.
It's what?
It's more fast food type of food. It's really not high quality food. It's greasy kind of food.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's more the not the greatest quality, but it's fun to eat. Cheese dripping everywhere, you know.
Fun to eat.
Yeah, it's more the French people who like it here. In Montreal, it's about 80% French, as you know.
Yeah, we're learning that.
So it's a lot of that. I could actually talk about the politics tomorrow when I'm in there. If you ever talk to the audience or not,
We love that.
I can tell
We
you
live
about how
for
the
that.
English are suppressed. The English are suppressed in Montreal.
Oh, dude, save it for tomorrow. Don't spoil the surprise of the political talk.
Don't want to hear it now. You want to wait till tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow would be the day,
yeah.
obviously. You raise
All
your hand
that
and say, hey,
turmoil.
remember me from the phone
England.
yesterday.
Fucking
I'll talk to you
Montreal.
tomorrow about it. All about the
All right, good. We can't
That's
wait.
good. Study up, please. Teach us.
Yeah, you
All right.
fucking
Any
peck
any
on.
homework we should do tonight to prepare?
Well, look up Pauline Marois on the internet. Paul.
Yeah, nice bush.
As much as you guys are joking around, it's really messed up what's going on up there.
What's going on there, Travis?
Beheadings like Mexico?
Yeah.
What happened?
They're just really pushing. They're trying to push, the English language out, and just
Pretty much,
yeah.
Oh.
I got details if you want to talk about it tomorrow.
All right.
Oh,
It's
good.
interesting.
All right, we'll talk to
Goody
you about it
gumdrops.
tomorrow.
It's a pretty good story about the.
All right. Jesus.
You think we'll tell a short story?
Holy
Shit, I'm going
fuck.
crazy out there by the lake. End of story.
Do you want to learn about the Canadian squirrel and how friendly it is?
Please.
Okay. All right.
We're learning all about Canada today.
Getting ready for our trip to Montreal.
Our trip later this afternoon, we'll be winging our way to Montreal.
Anthony and Queens.
Oh, hi. That's what I do. If I was Jimmy.
No, you're Anthony.
I'm Anthony in Queens. All right.
What's up, boys?
Hi.
Hey.
I've been to Montreal, the overlook with the beavers, and they're pretty friendly, but nothing like the Canadian squirrel. Let me tell you, these squirrels will climb all over you. You can feed them. You can pet them.
Where do they? What do they do? Why? Where?
Why would you want to pet a squirrel?
Yeah, it's good.
People act like we're going to the park to just like roll around with squirrels and raccoons.
Nobody got time for that.
Who the fuck would want to pet a squirrel?
We got a radio show.
It's just bizarre. They just come up to you.
Yeah.
You just feed them, and I don't know. I pet them, and
they're
they
gonna come up to you
on
with
your
your
shoulder.
Okay. We'll pet squirrels. While
Raccoons will come up to you with your food.
Yeah, at the top of Montreal.
Very friendly.
Will they bite you if you're just leaving food for them?
They'll bite you.
I bet they'll bite you.
They're crazy. Tom in Jersey.
Yeah, there's a doorman.
My favorite cartoon.
There's a doorman on St. Catherine Street, and he will, as you walk by, he solicits you, and there's actually a brothel. It's not official. It's been there for over 50 years. I actually went up and checked it out. Naked ladies, $50 a suck. I think it's
$50 a suck.
Is that just for one suck? Like, and then you got to just keep giving her 50s? Wasn't Troy Kwan talking about the red light district?
Yeah, he was.
Him and his poutines.
Yeah.
It's something like that, and I didn't believe it.
The tattooed thug. I love it.
He's got a fantasy.
What has he got?
Yeah, about checking out some red light areas with you.
Really?
Yeah.
With me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. That ain't going to happen.
Good luck with that, Troy.
Some bitches?
Yeah.
Because he goes yesterday, he goes like, Ant was talking about hanging out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we're all going to hang out. And he
All
goes,
the guys.
Maybe we'll all hang out like in the red light district. I go, what? Wait, what?
He's always got to push it to there.
We're already
with
going
the
there?
bitches.
I have a fantasy of watching a Spike Lee movie with Ant. I don't see that happening either.
Someone's saying there's more strip clubs than stores in Montreal.
There's a lot of strip clubs.
A lot of strip clubs. Huh?
Most
Toronto
overrated.
has a lot, too. Though.
It's just overrated.
They are overrated. The one I went to in Toronto stunk. It was fucking... They have all these pictures of these, like, American-looking girls on the outside of the club.
All
and it's
Asians.
totally nude. And it's, like, totally nude. And you walk in, they're all Asian. They're all Asian. And they're not totally nude. Most of them are the dancers that just dance around. They got the bottoms on. And then the featured dancer comes out. She dances with bottoms on. At the very end, she takes the bottoms off and moves around a little and then leaves. That's your whole bottomless.
Stinks.
It's terrible. I was sitting there going, I feel like I'm in fucking Saigon.
When I worked in Buffalo, we went to a Toronto strip club, and the program director, we got pussy juice on his glasses. and then the girl put it back on his head, and we just all laughed and laughed. Thought it was hilarious.
You saw it like on his glasses?
She was dancing, then took his glasses and smeared her juice all over him.
Do that to Gary.
Jesus. Yes.
Is Gary coming?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Gary Bear is going to be in the house.
I'm glad he's coming and not the interns.
Oh, you're right. We'd had fun if Jackie and Sydney were going.
Jack Hay.
All right, well, the big trip is going down in a couple hours, but we got to take a break. Joe Rogan's going to be on the phone next to talk about his new show that's getting good reviews.
Yes.
Very happy for Joe
up
Rogan.
his alley.
Absolutely.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
We're back already. And we got Joe Rogan on the phone. What's up, Joe?
Hello, boy.
Joe. What's happening?
What the fuck?
Well, we're getting
What
ready to
the
go to Montreal, Canada. We're broadcasting live tomorrow and Friday. The first time that we're broadcasting outside of America.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Just for Laughs thing.
Yeah, we finally, after all these years, decided to do it.
Fun time. It's a fun hang.
Yeah.
The best thing about it is how many comics are up there. It's a good time.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and we just learned about beaver tail, and you can make bacon out of beaver tail. Some guy was trying to turn us on to that.
Oh, they're crazy. That's not going to taste good.
And the guy said you got to slice it thick.
Yeah.
And we've just been talking about it during the break how just disgusting that sounds.
Sounds putrid.
But he's trying to say, no, man, it tastes just like bacon.
But I don't think I don't think we're going to gross Joe out with anything.
Well,
with
that's why I'm
eating.
bringing it up. There's a connection here to fucking weird shit that
He's
people
seen
eat.
some bad stuff.
I understand.
Yeah, I know a guy who ate beaver tail. Steve Ranella. He used to have this show on the Travel Channel called The Wild Within, and it was all about, like, he would do the same thing that Lewis and Clark did when they, like, travel across the country and, like, shoot animals and make boats out of moose hides and shit. And he ate a beaver tail, and it did not look good.
Oh, God, no.
It looked like a last-ditch effort to stay alive sort of a thing.
Yeah. It just seems like it'll be gristly and fucking. Yeah.
It's all fat. Like bacon, the beautiful thing about bacon is it's fat, but there's also some meat, and that meat happens to be pork.
Yeah.
Like it's not a fucking rat, a giant fatty rat with a big stupid fish tail.
Big flat tail.
Yeah, it's a disgusting animal.
What do you think of that report about fish oil causing prostate cancer?
That's a very interesting report. The problem is it's only one report. These days it's really difficult to find out who's right and who's retarded.
Right.
Because there's so many goddamn reports these days, and they're so conflicting. Like stuff that's supposed to be really, really good for you turns out to be killing people. So it's like, I don't know. Who the fuck is right? I use fish oil on a daily basis.
You do, right?
All the time. It's so important for inflammation. For jiu-jitsu and things that cause a lot of inflammation from exercise, like knees and your elbows and your back. Fish oil is a miracle cure.
I try to read for my inflammation. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, God.
Joe, I think you found the perfect fucking show, by the way.
Yes.
I'm very happy for you. And
thank you. Thank you very much.
And we're getting good reviews here in New York for the show, so I'm
really?
happy. Yeah, absolutely. It's called Joe Rogan Questions Everything, premiering on Sci-Fi tonight at 10.
Yeah, I hope it turns out good. I mean, I spent a lot of time working on it. It's really kind of stupid to have another gig. I have too much going on at this point in time. It's really, I don't even know how the hell I did it.
Now, what's the whole gist of the show?
The gist of the show is, it's sort of an extension of what I already do on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast is actually in every episode. The idea is I go out and like the first episode is about Bigfoot. I've been an idiot obsessed with Bigfoot since I was a little kid. So I actually go out, me and my pal Duncan Trussell, actually go out to the woods in the Pacific Northwest. We go looking for Bigfoot. We stayed out there. We went with professional Bigfoot hunters. We met with them. We looked at the evidence they gathered. We took their evidence and brought it to geneticists. And, I mean, we really tried to treat it as if...
Yeah, you went deep on this one.
We went super deep. We went full retard. It was really fun.
But the experts, were they a little strange?
Some yes and some no.
Really?
It's like what you find when you're looking for Bigfoot. Here's what you don't find: black dudes. Okay, it's all the same thing. It's all these unfuckable white guys in the latter half of their life.
Yeah,
that's what you're finding. You're finding dudes who are crossed over past the great divide of 40X whatever, and they're not getting any pussy whatsoever. So they're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go looking for Bigfoot. That's what I've always wanted to do.
What?
And so they go wandering through the woods, looking, knocking on trees. They have all these things that they do, like they believe. There's, first of all, almost no evidence of Bigfoot.
I know,
Almost
that's
none.
just it, yeah.
And
Nope.
you find that out along the way. The best evidence is footprints. That's the best evidence.
Yeah, plenty of footprints around, but no bones, no piece of hide somewhere, or tools, or any of this shit.
Or a hat or a text message that one of them sends.
Yeah, it's an interesting subject. What's really interesting is that there used to be a real live Bigfoot.
Yeah.
The animal itself absolutely used to exist as recently as 100,000 years ago. It was called Gigantopithecus, and they found out about it in the 1920s at an apothecary shop in China. There's a guy who was an anthropologist who was searching through a pile of bones, and he found this gigantic primate tooth that he knew wasn't a gorilla, he knew wasn't a human being, and he was like, what the fuck is this? And he asked the people, and they said they knew where they found it, so they went to this particular area. They found more bones, including a jawbone, and they found through the design of the jawbone that this was an animal that was a bipedal animal. So it stood on two legs, and it was between 8 and 10 feet tall. It was a gigantic, huge, gorilla-looking thing. And so, you know, it led them to this discovery of this animal that absolutely existed. And as I said, the most recent bone was 100,000 years ago. So the theory for the Bigfoot is that this animal came along the Bering Strait the same way people did into North America, and just the Pacific Northwest is so lush with life and plant life that they decided to stay up there. It is fucking freaky up there, I'll tell you that. When you go up in the Pacific Northwest, the amount of just completely undiscovered territory.
Yeah.
It's massive.
You walk around and just think, like, I am the first person to step here, if not ever, in a very long time.
Yeah, when you fly over it, all the way from Alaska all the way down to Northern California, that's where all the sightings are.
Yeah.
It's really strange. You know, and like I said, it could most likely be 100% bullshit, but it's also a real animal. I mean, it was real. You know, it's like someone saying that we've been seeing a brontosaurus in the Congo for the past, 100 years. And you got to go, well, there used to be a brontosaurus. It's not likely. This is way, way, way more likely than that because this animal lived 100,000 years ago for a fact, 100%.
How far in the woods did you go?
Oh, we went deep. We were fucking. It was freaky, man.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How freaky?
Mount Rainier. We went to Mount Rainier. What's really freaky is how many people who live up there in the woods have seen these fucking things. Like, not just like one, but like half the people. And some of them will tell you stories like normal people who didn't want to be on camera, normal people who had regular jobs, weren't crazy, and they're like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I saw it. It was chasing after an elk. It was gigantic. I was about 6 miles in. We were camping, and we saw this fucking thing. I saw it for 2 seconds. It was the craziest 2 seconds of my life. It was 100 yards away. It stepped between these two trees. I saw a giant gorilla, and I shit my pants, and I've never been the same.
Wow.
It's really weird, man.
And they don't want to go on camera.
Some of them don't want to go on camera.
Interesting.
Some of them do, and people were crying. We had a guy, this fucking guy was telling us a story. He starts crying.
Oh, pissy eyes.
Yeah, how?
Shit his pants.
Yeah, get a hold of yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Get a hold
of yourself.
It's just the missing link, sir. Relax.
Yeah, relax.
Not like you caught your wife fucking it.
Well, that's, by the way, Jim, it's funny that you said that, because that's one of the primary theories when it comes to the genetics of this animal, is that they think that it's a hybrid. They think it's at some point in time, like one of the ancient relatives of man had sex with whatever the fuck this thing is, and that's why it's so smart.
But how does it? But even how would it reproduce? One guy could just do that and create a new species.
One girl. Well, it has been done. Some hybrids are fertile. It depends on how close the genome is. Apparently.
Yeah. You need like the equal number of chromosomes or some shit.
Yeah, some
in the reproductive cells.
Some animals, some hybrids actually. I mean, that is actually how some hybrids become a new species. I don't know. Look, I'm not convinced that it's real, but I'm not convinced it's not real either.
Well, we got a guy from Seattle agrees that Bigfoot is out there.
That's the area. See, Seattle,
right.
Washington State has the highest amount of sightings, and that area around Mount Rainier has the highest amount of sightings in Washington State. In fact, the names of all these hills and valleys, all of them, like there's a giant amount of them that are all named after an ancient Indian word for Bigfoot.
Oh my God! Yeah, is there a mashup Nicole Mountain? She's got huge feet.
Let me put Matt on with Joe Rogan. Matt in Seattle. Go ahead.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, I live like 25 miles out of Seattle, and I hike all the time. And yeah, there's some shit out there, dude. Like, I'm totally with you. I think
Dude. But Matt, have you seen anything? You can't just.
I've seen I've seen markings on trees that are not like human or animalistic. Like there's some next level shit.
Well, one of the weird things they find in trees.
All right, Matt.
Thank you for the worst contribution possible.
Right, thank you.
Pretty scientific. By the way, that's the kind of guy that's out there looking for Bigfoot.
Sure.
They weren't human or animal. That doesn't help us.
Shit, man. It's impossible to do, man.
Right.
One of the things you find is tree branches that are like trees that are snapped off like 8 to 10 feet up. Instead of like at the bottom, like if you were pulling on a tree where it would snap, you see a tree like snapped in half. And you're like, well, how the fuck did that happen? And no one knows. It's a live tree. It's not a dry tree. And these things get snapped. Like, and also you see trees that are like stacked in these weird ways. And we found some of that deep in the woods. It's very fucking bizarre. It's very bizarre when you realize that you're talking about thousands of square miles of just like, you know how you open up a box of Q-tips and you see how many Q-tips are in there? That's what the fucking trees are like up there, because it's raining constantly. It fucking never stops raining. So and when you're walking through the woods, you don't make any noises, because below you are 5 to 6 feet of pine needles and leaves just massed down and compressed. So everything is like this big smushy cushion everywhere you go. It's really fucking freaky up there, man.
Is it 5 feet of pines? Wow, Jesus.
Pine needles and leaves and shit that falls from the trees, because there's so much vegetation. It's really like one of the weirdest places I've ever been. It's like a completely different dimension.
Did you go into the whole rainforest?
Oh yeah, we went deep in there.
I hiked the whole rainforest, but I mean it was more like a day hike. But still, the amount of different shades of green you see as you're walking through this through the rainforest is amazing. Yeah, and then you see huge trees that are easily 200 years old growing out of a tree that fell down.
Yeah.
You saw that shit, right? And you realize, holy fuck, we're so insignificant. Our time on this earth is nothing.
Yeah, when you go 200 years ago and you think about how ridiculous that is, you're talking about 200 years ago is like nothing. That's a blink of an eye, and there wasn't even anybody here. Like, people were just getting here. And the fucking stupid wagons with wooden wheels, they're like, we made it! Woo!
Yeah, these trees are so wide, I can't even, you have to see it for yourself. And then, that tree fell, then a little seedling gets in it, and then a huge, massive tree grows out of it.
Well, have you ever seen the redwood trees where they cut holes in them and you drive cars through them?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Drive cars through the bottom of a tree.
Yeah.
Did you camp out there, or did you just go in and out in the same day?
Well, Duncan and I stayed at a hotel. We were smart. We went the Bear Grylls style.
Yeah.
We figured, look, we're going to be there till late at night, and then we'll sleep for a few hours in a hotel and then get back there in the morning. Like, why the fuck do we have to sleep on the ground out there like an asshole in a big cloth house? I mean, there's a lot of real shit to worry about out there, like mountain lions. Like, they're legit. I mean, there's plenty of food for them. Like, they probably wouldn't attack a person because there's so much elk up there to eat. Like, everywhere you go, you're stepping in elk shit. It's everywhere. We saw elk everywhere.
I saw elk. They're
big,
massive.
Wild cows.
Yeah, they're fucking massive.
Huge.
They're huge, right?
Yeah, they're everywhere, and they make weird noises. They make a whistle. It's like, it's very strange.
Did you pet any?
Only with my cock, Jim.
I would love to pet an elk.
Now we got
I don't think they would let you. They would stomp you to death.
Oh, would they really?
They're
violent,
very angry.
They're massively charged with testosterone.
Yeah, they're nasty. Jeff, New Hampshire, why do you never find Bigfoot skeletons? We kind of went over that.
Okay, well, why do you never find bear skeletons? There's a lot of bear, in fact, thousands, but finding a dead bear is extremely rare. Finding a mountain lion, a dead mountain lion, even more rare. Real animals that we absolutely know about, you very rarely find dead. The only thing you find dead on a regular basis is like deer that have been hit by cars and things along those lines. You find those, but you very, very rarely find known animals dead in the woods because it takes only a short amount of time for things to go after them and devour them. Like if you leave a dead animal on the ground in the woods where all these rodents and coyotes and all these different animals live, they eat that fucking thing down to nothing in no time.
Even the bones.
Yeah, the nature has a really efficient way of getting rid of things. But the thing about Sasquatch, if it was a real animal, the suspicion is that they bury their dead.
So they have little burial forms so no one ever sees it.
But when you figure a couple of 100 years, if you look at it like that, like we've been on the West for 300 years, it's not like we've been there for 5,000 years. That's not that long a period of time where you wouldn't find something.
No.
Like, something could exist that we don't find in 300 years. That's not that crazy.
Well, especially when you go there and you realize what you're dealing with. I had never been, so I didn't really know what it was like up there. But when you go up there and you're walking through those woods, you're like, oh, no, it could fucking be anything up here. There could be almost anything up there. You see eagles. You see all kinds of freaky shit up there.
Wow. And this is the first episode.
Yeah, that's the first. One of my favorite subjects ever. That's the first one. And then we went. There was a bunch of different episodes. We went to New York and went to this transhumanist episode where it's all these people that want to live forever and download their consciousness into computers, and they have robot parts and very fucking freaky shit. That was interesting too.
That's Ray Kurzweil, right?
Yeah. We talked to him.
We had him on. He's a bit of a bore, but he's highly intelligent. I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's not the most excitable guy in the world.
But his concepts are pretty interesting.
Well, he's more accurate as far as his predictions for future technology than anyone in human history.
Did you see? Sorry, Joe, go.
No, I was just going to say, and he has a bunch of inventions that he's invented himself. I mean, he's the guy responsible for speech to text. When you talk into your phone and Siri answers questions for you, that's because of Kurzweil.
Did you see the documentary on him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And did you see the part about the robots where the people working with the robots are scared shitless of the actual technology behind it? And they're basically saying, we got to shut down the program.
Oh, man.
They talked to these guys. I think it was Japan. It's been a few years now. But they were losing their minds going, you don't understand. We are heading into a dangerous fucking place with this technology.
Yeah, that's the guy who calls them artilects.
Yeah.
Artificial intellects. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, the idea that they would have the same sort of instincts as us, though, is kind of silly because the only reason we have these instincts was because we were raised biologically. It's because natural selection forced us to, the survival of the fittest. There won't be any of those instincts. All the things that make human beings so fucked up are that we come from chimpanzee DNA. We come from this lineage of animals that were hiding in trees from jaguars and fighting for the best mate. I mean, all that shit is the reason why jealousy exists and all these different emotions exist. It's all like they're all methods for continuing the genome. But that won't exist in a robot. That's why there's debate. It's like it's completely uncharted area.
Let me ask you, if that stuff's all true, like whatever it is that makes us us, like all those things you just said, isn't there a way to break it down eventually once we have DNA mapped into just pure chemicals? Like this chemical causes that, and that chemical causes this. So if it's broken down into a chemical thing, a formula can be figured out for it, which would make these like weird things that feel intangible in us not feel so random or weird at all. Which is where a robot might be able to. That's why I kind of believe Kurzweil when he talks about uploading us to hard drives, because once we're broken down into the most basic, figure-outable formula, that might be possible.
It might be, or you know what else might be possible? What might be possible is that we're not even really here, and that's where it gets really strange. When you start getting into the concept of virtual reality, when you get into the concept of the absolute undeniable fact that there's going to come a point in time where you're able to create an artificial reality that is indiscernible from this reality. You can bang on it, you can pick things up, you can fuck, you can get shot in it, you can die in a car crash. All the different things that can happen to you in this life can happen to you in a simulated environment that's without a doubt, it's inevitable. It's coming. Whether it's 10 years from now or 100 years from now, they're going to be able to plug you into a virtual reality that you're not going to be able to tell. And then comes the answer, or the question rather, is it now? Is it already happened and you don't know?
Wow.
If it is, there is a artificial reality. If you are in a simulated environment, and it's so good that you can't tell the difference, how do you know if you're in it right now?
Wow.
But that might be the future. That's what a lot of these guys are saying. They're saying it's not going to be a physical future where you can, all of a sudden you're going to have robot feet. And they're saying, maybe that'll be a little while, but after that, what gets really weird is the virtual world. The virtual world is going to be indiscernible. You're going to have no reason to go out there and become a fireman because you could just put on a helmet and be a fireman. There's going to be no reason to be an Olympic athlete. You could be an Olympic athlete. You could program all those parameters into your brain and program it all into your artificial world that you live in. Like the real world of living in a world where you actually have to go dig a ditch and plant a tree. That might not exist in the future.
But then what goes on outside you? Like, who's programming the machines?
Exactly. I'll do you one better. It gets even freakier than that. If you create an artificial environment, if you create a simulation, and inside of that simulation you have real people that don't know they're in a simulation and continue on their lives the same way we are right now, and inside that simulation they create their own simulation, then simulations become fractal, just like the whole rest of the universe. If you look at the whole universe, inside of every atom, the way it is, it's very much like the universe itself. There's a massive amount of space in between the actual objects. So the universe itself is like the inside of an atom. The smaller you get, the more it mimics the biggest things that we know.
That is odd. I've always thought, you look at an atom and it's kind of like, you got your nucleus, things rotating, spinning around it. It does resemble the solar systems and galaxies, which all do the same thing. Yeah.
Have you ever seen those? Have you ever seen those photos of the universe in comparison to a brain cell?
No, does that look exactly the same too?
A human brain cell looks exactly like our version of the universe.
That's so fucked up.
Wow.
Like these photos. You can download, look it up on the internet. There's photos of them side by side. They're like identical. Like the universe literally might be a brain cell inside of another being.
All right. Jesus.
Yeah. That's not, maybe, just the fact that the universe exists itself. People are like, oh, that's too much. Just the fucking universe itself is too much. 100 billion galaxies, each one with a supermassive black hole in the middle of it. It's 1/2 of 1% of the mass of the galaxy. And if you go inside that black hole, you go into another universe. They believe that inside every black hole is, in fact, a whole nother world, a completely different universe, filled with hundreds of billions of galaxies, each one the same way with a supermassive black hole in it. And if you went into that, you'd go into a whole nother universe.
Okay, that's fucked up.
It's fucking too much.
Jesus.
What in physics is it that it's very small? Obviously, it's like quantum physics, where the molecules that were being observed behave differently than the molecules that weren't being observed. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I saw that.
Joe turned us on to that video.
Oh, was it Joe who did? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, it's the observer, the concept that when you measure particles and waves, when you measure them, they're different than when you don't measure them. When you observe them, they behave more strangely and different than if you're not observing them. And I actually talked to this scientist from JPL 2 days ago about this, and he was trying to explain it to me, but I'm too fucking stupid to understand it exactly. But apparently there's a way to detect whether or not something is changing because of being measured, or whether it's changing because someone is participating in watching it. And when someone's participating, the results are different. When a person is watching it.
Do we give off something when we watch that we don't know?
That's possible, yeah. But it's also possible that our own intent actually affects the quantum world around us. Like the woo-woo Deepak Chopra shit, you create your own environment. Your environment is a product of your consciousness. When they say that kind of shit, and you're like, okay, I don't even know what the fuck this guy's saying, there might be something to that. You may very well affect your environment by your presence.
Fuck.
Yeah, that one really was freaky.
It's just shit we don't know about. We'll never know.
By the way, that's how dumbbells always wind up a physics conversation. One goes, that's freaky, and the other one goes, there's a lot of shit we don't know about.
We just don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Joe, so this show's going to be great, man. Joe Rogan Questions Everything, premiering on Sci-Fi tonight at 10. Any other, quickly just run through some of the other topics we could look forward to seeing on the show.
We did a test with a bunch of people that are. Do you guys know what remote viewing is?
No.
Yeah, I used to hear about it on Art Bell.
Yeah, exactly. Art Bell's awesome. I love that show.
Yeah.
But remote viewing is actually something that our own government, the CIA, had a remote viewing program for almost 20 years. And what these people did was they sat down and could tune in to an area in the world and draw with a certain degree of accuracy the various aspects of it. They could actually find out things that were going on in the world. And I met with this guy Ed Dames, who's one of the head guys in this ancient remote viewing program, and he claims that they found Osama bin Laden long before the government ever acted, and he believes that they didn't act because the government wanted to continue the war. They actually didn't want to find Osama bin Laden. This is a very interesting conversation.
Does Ed Dames, I used to hear him on Art Bell too, does he offer any kind of proof or data on that, or is it, because that almost sounds like a more political ideology that he's kind of espousing there?
Yeah, you're right, it does. No, when I asked him about actual specific stuff, he's a slippery guy.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot there. And I wonder how much of it is, how much you can actually talk about, what's actually classified, but they apparently did find some Russian submarine that was unknown at the time and enormous, and had a very specific design that's different from any submarine that they had heard before, that had been built on the American side before. I don't know, though. I don't really. It seems it's like all those things when people tell you about psychics. There's always an air of fuckery about it. Like you hear the story and you go, okay, what? He knew about your grandmother? Yeah, I went to the psychic. He told me all about my grandmother. And you go like, don't you know about your grandmother?
Right.
Does anybody ever tell you some shit you don't know? Because they always seem to tell you some shit that you already know. So then I want to go...
It's the only way it works, right?
I wish I was in that conversation, because you might be an idiot. That guy might be like a good con artist, and he might be posing questions in these very leading ways, and you might fall right in his traps. He might just be really good at getting you to give up information.
Why does the dead person always say something with love, or I'll miss you? How come the dead person never says anything stupid?
Right.
Like, what did my grandmother say? She said my cunt itches. That's all she came out with.
Well, Terrence McKenna had a funny line about that, where people were channeling, and it was listen, just because you're dead doesn't mean you're smart.
Right.
You don't just become smart all of a sudden when you die. If you're dealing with a person who's like a reflection of who they were when they were alive, it's very likely you're talking to a dead idiot.
Right. And the message is always vague.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Horseshit.
Of course it's horseshit.
I want specifics.
It's like I said about the unfuckable white dudes. It boils down to the same sort of thinking, and that thinking, by the way, doesn't just exist in this. It exists in almost all of these weird mysteries, like people that believe in chemtrails and people that believe in a lot of other nutty shit. They want mysteries to be real. They want them to be real, and they have confirmation bias to the point where they ignore all the information that points to that this might not be true.
Did you ever talk to Richard C. Hoagland?
No, I haven't talked to him, but I've watched his lectures. Hey, that guy's bananas.
Yeah, he's the guy who's obsessed with the face on Mars, despite better pictures showing it's a bunch of mountains.
nothing.
He still goes, no, look, you can see the fedora. It's like, no, you can't, Richard. You're out of your fucking mind.
Well, he also does these weird measurements where he says if you go from this rock to that rock, it's exactly this distance. The same distance from the tip of the pyramid to the foot of the paw of the Sphinx. Like, he makes these weird...
Yeah, which
like,
make no
okay, why
sense.
did you do that, though?
Yeah, anyone could make anything the same distance if you just measure things that don't even go together.
Yeah, they just choose to measure distances and arbitrarily throw them all together. It's all the same thing. There's a lot of real mysteries in the world, but there's also a lot of muddy thinking.
Yeah, that's the problem with that stuff, is like, because there are so many interesting things that people, instead of just finding the data that disproves the mystery, they obsess and ignore the data that disproves it and harp on the teeny bit of data that is a little bit ambiguous and could support it.
Exactly. That's why they call it confirmation bias, that you lean towards things that confirm your belief. And that's a huge part of what you find when you start looking into all these things, whether it's UFOs. That's the other thing, the UFO people. We investigated UFOs. There's almost no evidence, like almost none. There's a few like photographs that could be fucking anything, and there's a few people that say there's some radar information. Maybe, but there's not like one really hard piece of data, like not one piece of metal that you could bring somewhere and someone can go, that's not from this planet. There's not one thing that we can't do here. And then there's also the reality that the United States government and other governments have been experimenting with experimental aircraft that they haven't told people about from the beginning of fucking time. I mean, all this shit that we have today that looks crazy, like the stealth bomber, at one point in time was just an experiment. So they had to fly the experiments. And people would, if you ever seen a stealth bomber in real life flying around?
Looks just like a UFO, I mean, if you see it.
It's awesome. They're amazing looking. We were at, when I was filming Fear Factor, it was right after September 11th, so they were flying a lot of those out of the Air Force Base out near Palmdale, which is where we did a lot of the stunts, and every day you would see a fucking UFO fly overhead.
Nice.
It was amazing, this big black disc, and that's what a stealth bomber is. They look like looks like right out of Star Wars.
Or the Harrier jets, I think they're called, that hover. I mean, there's all kinds of things that what we finally see. The only issues I have with UFOs is a couple of things. One, isn't the guy who started Project Blue Book, who set out to disprove, or he was headed Project Blue Book, set out to disprove UFOs and wound up becoming convinced that they existed. I don't know how true that is.
His name is J. Allen Hynek. Yeah, he started Project Blue Book and was actually hired to debunk things. They gave him very specific parameters, he says. Like, if you find something, call it swamp gas. You find something else, call it ball lightning. Never, whatever you do, say that it could be from another world. And so he investigated a bunch of things and then went on to do this Project Blue Book thing and went on to write books. But the problem with these guys is it becomes their career.
Yep.
They make a living off of it. They go to these conferences and they make money, and they write books and they make money. So it gets into that weird area, like, all right, maybe. But I feel like as we're moving forward with space travel, one of the things that you realize is we're concentrating less and less on sending actual living beings into space, and much more on probes. So when you see like a lot of these things that are flying around in the sky that like people attribute to UFOs, isn't it much more likely that that's some drone that the government's working on, something that can do things that you couldn't do if you had a person inside of it?
I'll tell you what's hard to discount too is when pilots will occasionally, you'll hear their transmissions and they're talking about something flying and the flight patterns that this thing or what it's doing in flight really throws them for a loop. That's kind of hard for me because they understand how engines work, they understand how aerodynamics works in aircraft. They understand all of that.
But again, it makes a lot more sense that it would be something
unmanned,
earthly. Unmanned. If you told a guy that was flying a prop plane from World War I about a jet engine, and you showed him a jet, he'd lose his fucking mind and think it was something from outer space.
Yeah, if you showed him one of those Chuck Yeager supersonic jets that makes that cloud as it passes through the sound barrier,
yeah.
they'd be like, that's not from this planet.
Yeah, that can't be from this planet. It doesn't even have a propeller.
Photos?
Yeah.
Those photos when they pass through the sound barrier and
it's amazing.
cloud is around the jet, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, big fucking like a funnel coming off of the front of the plane.
I've never seen that.
And the back.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, when you pass the sound barrier, you make this boom, and there's a visual thing that happens that you could see in these photos of these jets going so fast that it warps the sound around them. It warps the air around them.
Didn't the Concorde do that?
Yeah, the Concorde was supersonic.
I would love to have flown on that once before they started getting cracks in the
I
wings.
wish it was the one leaving France.
I figured that. I was assuming that's the one you'd hope I purchased a ticket on, but I prefer the fucking British Airways.
Yes.
Well, you guys know about what they're trying to do with this new supersonic tunnel between Japan and New York, or between China and New York. They're going to do a bunch of these different, they run on some sort of form of magnetism that's going to be able to go thousands of miles an hour. It's to be a train where you can go from New York to China in 2 hours.
Wow.
How are they going to build that?
They're going to dig a hole, I guess, the same way they made the Holland Tunnel. How the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, that will take forever.
How the fuck did they make the Holland Tunnel?
Point.
But is that easier than just making aircraft?
20 million Holland tunnels.
Yeah.
It's freaky, but all the shit we already have is freaky. I mean, how the fuck did they make any train? Back when trains were first made, they thought if you went over 35 miles an hour, people would just explode.
Yeah, they thought you'd die. It was fatal to go that fast.
You're never gonna make it. Oh,
man will surely perish.
Yeah. They thought you could ride a horse, and that's where it ends.
But the aircraft we have, like Branson has, that can leave the atmosphere now. I'm not sure. Why wouldn't they just develop that to go to China faster, where you leave the atmosphere, pick up speed? They said they could be to New York and L.A. in an hour doing that if it's developed right.
Well, that is possible, but there's also a lot of shit that's up there that you would maybe fly into, like other planes. It's hard to get out of the way of a bird when you're going 17,000 times the sound. You hit a flock of seagulls, and the fucking whole plane comes down. They have to shoot birds down, and some airports, when you have a high bird population, they actually hire snipers to take the birds out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and PETA people get all pissed off. They get angry because why are you killing these birds? Stop flying! What are you doing? But that's the reality of air travel. That. Wasn't that the thing, the miracle on the
Sully? Yeah, he killed a bunch of geese. Yeah,
geese murderer.
Yeah,
your fucking plane flies into a pack of birds or a flock of birds, and they go into the engine. The engines explode.
Yeah, he's seen as Hitler by geese. Killed both engines through a flock. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right though. Maybe take it off at that speed, you would run into something.
Not only that. How about the satellites? You ever seen one of those maps of satellites that are
it's crazy. There's so much shit up there.
So much shit. It's overflowing with shit.
I want to see Gravity, that movie with Sandra Bullock and Clooney, where they're on the space station and some debris hits them and they're fucking. That looks unbelievable. Have you seen trailers for that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Look up the trailers for Gravity. It looks really fucking great.
Well, you know what they're trying to do now, with the space station? They're developing these things that are they're inflatable houses in space. They're these things. They're instead of a solid space station that you have to piece together out of here's a wall and there's the roof and all of it comes together. They're inflatable, and they have 2 of them that are already in orbit.
Really?
Yeah. There's Bigelow Ranch. There's a guy at Bigelow, the same guy who, by the way, is the one who investigates claims for the government now when it comes to UFO sightings. This guy's a UFO enthusiast and some super billionaire who also runs this aerospace company that develops these inflatable, some incredibly thick, powerful material that they use for the walls that's better at withstanding micrometeor impacts than the space station is.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's all you need is a fucking, one asshole brings up a safety pin.
Oh, I didn't know. I had a pencil in my pocket at the top of the house.
Well, Joe, you never disappoint, man. Holy fuck.
I'm looking forward to this show, man.
Absolutely.
You get good reviews, which I was happy for you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I didn't know I got any reviews, but that's awesome. I'm psyched.
Yeah, Joe Rogan Questions Everything premiering on Sci-Fi tonight at 10. And, of course, the podcast going strong, one of my favorites. And it's on 3 times per weekend here on our channel, which is very, very cool.
Hey, thanks for that. It's an honor. I really appreciate being on with you guys. You guys are the shit.
And I have one question, an opinion. What do you think about December 28th, the Silva Weidman rematch?
Oh, that's going to be fucking very interesting. I think, nobody expected the result except maybe the Weidman camp, but nobody expected it to go down that way where, Silva was fucking around and doing the taunting and gets clipped and knocked unconscious. But when a guy knocks you out once, that guy can probably do it again. Will he do it again? I don't know, but he's going to be confident as fuck, and that's not even his strong suit. Weidman's strong suit is the ground. He's a really good wrestler, 4-time All-American, and his submission game is like world class. He's a bad motherfucker.
Right.
He could submit anyone in the world if he gets him into a good position. But Anderson Silva's Anderson Silva, and there's a reason why everybody called him the greatest fighter ever. It's because up until that fight, he eliminated guys with spectacular results, like front-kicking people in the face and knocking them unconscious. People that nobody beat before, he ragdolled and treated them like they were dog shit. I mean, he's the greatest ever. But, there's in every sport, there comes a time when it's over. And there comes a time when someone's got your number. Whether or not that was just him fucking around, he got caught, and he'll come back and destroy Weidman in the rematch and let everybody know he's still the king. And, the king just got a little bored, he got silly, and he got clipped, and now he knows. There's that, too. But it's going to be fucking crazy exciting, I'll tell you that.
It's a no-lose for the UFC because if Weidman wins, all of a sudden he's almost this legendary fighter now who everyone wants to see fight again. And if Silva wins, it's like, oh, okay, Silva's back.
Well, then then you got to go for the third fight.
Go for a rubber match.
Oh, yeah.
Depending upon the way it goes down, of course. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be crazy exciting.
I can't believe I'm asking you this, but I'm gonna. There was does Weidman have his balls or something? Did he lose his balls or his dick?
What?
Okay, all right.
Why?
What are you talking about?
I saw it on, of course, Twitter or something.
No,
there was some weird rumor. Okay, all right. I figured I'd go right to the main guy.
Well, I haven't seen his balls or his dick, but I'm assuming they're there until told otherwise.
But how lazy am I that I didn't Google it after I read this tweet to fucking figure it out myself?
Going, yes, I win, Opie. You.
That probably would have come out before.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I got to get the fuck out of here. I love you.
All right, man.
Absolutely.
See you soon,
Later,
brother.
Joe.
10 o'clock tonight.
Next time I'm in New York, so I'll be in studio.
Great. We would love to have you.
All right, buddy.
Obviously.
Take care, guys.
Thanks,
Bye, Joe.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Big Hearted Death Squad all over the fucking place.
He's a great
oh, my God. He's fascinating.
talker. Really, really interesting dude.
He was made for radio. You kidding me?
Yeah. His podcast is great. I mean,
it's radio.
It's legitimately good.
It's radio. It's just new radio.
Yep.
It's made for us.
What do you guys think about me wearing the sunglasses indoors?
It's terrific.
That's good luck.
It's perfect.
Good luck for you.
I lost my good ones, so now I got these pieces of garbage.
Yeah. I sit next to you on the airplane.
Yeah, lucky you.
Can I get the window?
Yeah, he likes aisle.
I like the aisle.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
He's one of those rare guys that actually likes the aisle seat.
Yeah, I tinkle a lot.
And then what, are you like alone? Because I think there's
two and
one seat, and then the aisle, and then two seats.
I'm probably a lone guy.
Yeah.
I'm probably in the one.
You guys, I'll be happy to sit alone if you guys want to sit together.
That's okay.
If you guys want to be a team, I'm fucking more than happy to take the fucking one.
I'm just going to crash out. It's only an hour.
Oh, you're not? Yeah, good luck with that.
I'll go to sleep. You watch me.
Yeah? You are not.
Ant sleeps through everything.
Oh, no. Edgar, though? That could be a rough one.
Wake up.
Shut up.
I want to tell. I'm the pilot. I've been fired.
I'd be honored to sit next to you.
I wouldn't mind at all, obviously.
I'm going to keep this going where we're getting along. Actually, me and Ant, we shared a moment yesterday. We both had cars leaving the city, and fuck,
God,
Ant rules.
That was
Ant
funny.
Anthony and his. Well, I almost said your car. You probably don't want to say it.
The Escalade.
Okay, the Escalade. It's like a fucking. It's like a plow.
Oh man.
Man, if you're lucky enough to be behind Anthony in city traffic, it's the best. It's like one big, huge plow. Like everything gets out of your way.
I was fucking zigging and a zagging,
and I'm like, I was feeling good because I'm like right on your back bumper.
Yeah, you're
all the way to the tunnel. I was happy, and then we get to the tunnel, and I'm like, I'm going to continue this. We got through the toll booth, and I think he's downplaying it. He instantly went up to 100 miles an hour, and I couldn't see him. Less than 30 seconds. Like he went through the toll, then I went through the toll. Less than 30 seconds. I couldn't see his car anymore.
That's where you make up all that time you fucking lost through the streets of Manhattan.
I was still going 70 to 80 miles an hour, so you had to be going close to 100 miles an hour.
I think I was.
That thing disappeared, man.
Yeah. I found some. I found some really good openings too. Like I saw like, oh man, I could go to the right lane. I passed everybody, and then right back in the left, no one in front of me. So I was able to go pretty fast for a long time.
All right, we got a very, very special guest on our hotline.
Oh my,
a very special guest.
Cool. Bonjour.
Oh. Wow.
It's our mystery guest.
Ooh. A mystery. What a mystery. What a mystery.
This is our mystery guest. Are you in the industry, sir?
Yes, I am.
You are.
It's not Colin Quinn.
I'm flying up today. I just want to wish you guys a safe flight. I hope your plane doesn't horribly crash and burn on the runway.
Yeah, that would suck.
Like that. I would be screwed up if you guys ended up in a bloody
Jesus.
Hulk of seeming steel and, died. It would be horrible.
What time is your flight?
Hope it's safe. My flight's a safe flight, 11 o'clock.
Wow.
The afternoon flights are supposed to have a little mechanical problem. So
no. Why aren't we all flying together? It should be a plane full of nut jobs.
Yes, big
Plane
stars.
full of laugh inducers.
Yeah.
There's probably some kind of law because the pilot would just be laughing too hard to fly the plane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cracking up at our sketches.
Oh yeah, our skits.
You doing our show tomorrow, Colin?
No, on Friday. Tomorrow.
Oh, Friday?
I have something to do, yeah.
Okay, great.
What do you got to do tomorrow?
Oh man.
I got to do the keynote speech, the big speech.
What time is that?
1.
Oh, I want to go to that.
Oh, you got to. It's gonna be a real blue ribbon event.
Okay, so your keynote speech is at 1 o'clock on Thursday, so I will be going to that.
Yes, let's all
I
go.
believe it.
Oh. Keynote speech.
Hey, would you like to try some beaver tail bacon?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Some guy was trying to turn us on to beaver tail bacon. He says it tastes just like bacon.
Who was it? Carlos Danger?
Dude, what?
Did you hear about that? What the fuck, right? Go ahead, go.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Go ahead, go.
What a disgrace.
What a disgrace is right.
You can't have a mayor doing that. I mean, really, honestly.
You know what I was saying all day? His name should be Carlos Pecker.
Yeah, that's a good one, Chip.
Wow.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because instead of Danger, he was sending pictures of his pecker and stuff.
There's, it shows lack of judgment, is what it is. A mayor.
That joke, yes, it does.
Yes, that joke is a complete lack of humor. You can't have a mayor that's doing that. I mean, who gives a shit what he's doing if he's, working the job site? He's doing the sheetrock in someplace in the conch. But for the love of God, you can't be the mayor of New York City with the judgment that poor.
No, it's kind of crazy.
And his dumb wife just standing there next to him, smiling.
Well, what's she gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna say, "Take a fucking hike."
No way.
No.
She's got her own little hopes and dreams.
Yeah, well, that's true. She does have some
you didn't realize that the
aspirations.
sympathy of whatever her name is, Huda, whatever her name is.
I didn't think you'd have the sympathy either.
The other angle on the wife.
Well, you do. We went the other way.
This is what I like to do. I like to bring the show to a screeching halt.
No, it's
where was your
congratulations?
Where's your show? Where's your where is your
show?
Your thing?
I don't like the fact that my show. I was thinking, my show. I'm kind of off the seas. Things are pretty good. Then Chappelle just says, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll come up." And they're like, "Okay, well, we sold 40,000 seats tonight, just in case you decide to come up."
Wow.
Guys, that was meant to be amusing. I'm sorry you took it so seriously.
Sorry.
Well, no,
Guys
he
are like,
could
wow.
sell a lot of. I'm just everybody I know has got something going on but me. I'm fucking. Mark Maron got season 2 on IFC, and Rogan's got his show, and Louis got season 3, and fucking everybody's getting seasons.
Oh.
Yeah. What the hell have I got?
Yeah.
Fuckhead.
Well, you got at least a one-man show you're doing of new material.
Shut up! You're on the radio every day.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a good gig, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good gig.
It's a great gig,
You
but
get a little gratitude.
I mean TV. It's time for my face to be seen.
Yeah.
It's time for my face to be
I'll be
seen.
honest with you. I was talking to Keith Robinson about your face only 2 days ago, and I realized, I spent a lot of time. My girlfriend lived in Coney Island when I was in high school. I spent a lot of time in Coney Island, and I do think, and I'm not kidding, you're descended from the Pinhead tribe somehow. Because even with your weight loss, most people lose weight and their head gets big and they look weird.
Yeah, like
your
right
head's
now.
shrinking as you lose weight.
Well, I'm a small guy. I'm a little fella.
You're a pinhead.
I'm a little man.
Like Zippy the Pinhead, yes. He's a circus act.
Did Keith defend me, or did he agree with your analysis?
Oh, boy.
Come on.
Jesus.
Yes, Keith has been known to flip sides on occasion during a conversation.
Knock it off, Colin. He's good.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's be supportive.
Little head.
You're right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, of course. As he boxes every day and gets fatter. Keith really is a miracle. It's like, what do you dip your boxing gloves in chocolate and fucking punch each other?
Shit.
All right, guys. I'll see you up there.
Yeah, man. I'm going to see your show when I'm up there, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Allah Akbar. See you.
Bye. All right. Colin Quinn, everyone.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah, let's go pee.
All right. Let's go.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Ah, I got it.
Who's this?
It's
Rush.
It's Rush, and it's from
Bill and Ted's Canadian Adventure.
Exactly.
What song?
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
That's the song?
It's called Take Off.
Take Off.
There used to be a segment called The Great White North on SCTV.
I never liked that.
And they would talk about Canadian things. And they were Canadians, so, I guess they thought it was funny.
Were you a fan of Bob and Doug McKenzie?
They'd talk about toques.
Toques?
And beer. And they did a movie called, what was it, Homebrew? What was it called?
Strange Brew.
Strange Brew. Thank you.
Strange Brew.
Yeah.
Look what's inside of you. What happened? What happened now? What? So we can't go.
That's perfect.
What?
That fits the whole motif of this.
Why is he even going? We don't need him up there. We got you.
I know, right?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
I'm
we
not
don't
joking
need
either.
him.
I got everything ready for you guys.
Travis is on it, man. We don't need Gary. And now we're learning he forgot his passport, so he has to go home and get it.
Where does he live? He lives in Philly. He live in Jersey or New York?
Yeah, he's in Jersey.
He has to go back to Jersey?
It's all right. It's not much traffic around
Oh, no, there probably isn't.
Oh, Jimmy.
Are we flying out of Jersey, though?
Oh, no, we're not.
No.
Oh, we're not?
LaGuardia.
Ah, not LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
Oh, with that banking turn? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
LaGuardia.
When did he leave to go back to Jersey?
I heard a while ago.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, my God.
I hope it was just now.
Was he
Were you
leaving?
hoping he was like he'd be like running down 6th Avenue trying to catch the van?
No, I hope he's sitting in the Lincoln Tunnel honking ferociously with his luggage.
He's like fucking Lucy. Lucy, you forgot your passport.
How can you forget it?
How do you forget that?
He's the guy.
I'm getting mine after.
He's the guy.
He also forgot his hair.
Oh, shit.
I think we should make Gary wear wigs.
Yeah. Tell him he has to wear a wig on the Montreal trip.
Yes, it was embarrassing.
Please.
What kind?
I think we have the old chip wig in the office.
The old
The what?
The old chip wig.
I want to see that. I want to wear. I want to use that eventually.
Okay.
Whatever. We should bring that with us, actually,
What
Rob.
have we got
Okay.
here?
For some street interviews.
Should we like end the show because we gotta get ready for our.
No.
How are we getting ready?
We're actually.
No, we have to get ready.
We can actually go because I'm not going to do an after show.
You're doing an after show?
No. So we can go till about 10:15 if you want to.
Get the fuck out.
No after show. It's Christmas for the listeners' ears.
How dare you?
I was listening to the Jim Norton advice show, and man, you get some people that are fucked up.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I start wincing when I hear him talking. I'm like, oh my God, do they understand they're calling Jim Norton? And then Jim gives him great fucking advice.
Yeah. Try to be helpful.
That guy, first of all, because I think really quickly what I would say, and when that guy called up and said he's banging some 62-year-old woman and he looks like the 62-year-old woman's son.
Yeah.
And people saying how like it's kind of twisted and sick that this woman found some guy that looks like her son. And I couldn't think of anything. I'm just thinking, yeah, ugh, that's disgusting. And Jimmy goes, maybe the reason you look like the son is because that's the father who she fucked to have the son looks like the son. And that's her type of guy. I'm like, God damn that, Jimmy. That's fucking pretty clever.
Well, my first thought was yuck. It's the first thing I thought of, but then I'm like, why would she? You know, it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
She was trying to fuck her son.
I think
it made sense.
Your fucking like addiction advice is really good, man.
Oh, thanks,
Just
man.
people, and you could tell people are sincerely like happy to have spoken with you about it.
Well, it's
really
weird.
good.
We thought it was going to be a big goof. Like, I was like, we'll just goof on people, and they call them with silly shit. But more people than not call them with real problems.
Yeah.
Like fucking sex addiction and...
They're like serious shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, this is... And I'm cringing going, oh, no, Jimmy's going to fucking send this guy off a bridge or something. And then he fucking talks him down. It's nice.
The other side of that, though, they fucking take their problems out on us on Twitter.
That's true.
Those are the guys.
Yeah.
Those are the guys.
Now Jimmy's
maybe
like
not
the
all of
fucking-
them.
He's like the
A lot of
therapist
them.
now.
I'm trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help people.
You are.
No,
Guide them.
It's a solid show.
You are helpful.
It's on kind of on Wednesdays.
It is. It's real good. Kind of on Wednesdays.
Let's call it kind
I
of
like
on Wednesdays.
The pacing of it is really nice. You know, the amount of calls you take during it it works out really well. I know I'm lapping your ass
Yeah,
here,
no, I appreciate
but it really
it.
is. It really is good.
What type of advice would you give to somebody who's like a boss, and they keep getting made fun of by like these guys who have a radio show, and he's going on a trip with them, and then he realized he forgot his passport.
Look, I understand how that could happen. We all forget things. In your case, I think you should put a hose in the exhaust pipe and the other half in your window and just think about what happened. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
You're automatically uncomfortable. You're panicking because you know the guys are judging everything you do, and then you panic, you forget your passport.
Right.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
So quit.
Could he put a dead animal on his head before he kills himself?
Oh my God!
Just something to class it up a little bit.
Yeah. So it's funny for whoever finds you. What's going on at Subway? Another guy fucking with the food, I see. Sam Roberts.
Oh boy.
Who was the last guy? I can't keep track of these.
Well, there was the guy a few years back. There was the guy who was like, "Isn't he taking a bath in the sink at Burger King or KFC?"
No, what was the recent one though? I forget already.
That was Taco Bell, wasn't it?
Yeah. What did? Oh, he's licking the taco shells.
Yeah,
I think
he's licking taco shells.
That's disgusting.
Most people bothered by that. That just makes me laugh. But there's some guy somewhere just licking taco shells.
Taco shells.
Well, we got a new one.
Yeah.
At Subway. Yeah, they fired an employee who put his penis on sandwich bread and posted pictures on Instagram.
Oh, this fucking guy.
You gotta laugh at that. He's
no, because
Dude, what if you get that sandwich?
I eat at Subway. I'll take the chance.
You might get a dick sandwich.
Oh, he's just he's just making a helmet head in your bread.
So what? What's wrong with that? He's making a sandwich.
Yeah, he's just pressing his helmet into it.
I don't want to worry about getting
You're not gonna
like
get sick.
taco or dick bread.
You're not going to get sick. You're just going to laugh.
The two breads, they look like fucking peckers.
Oh, God. Jim with the peckers. Jim with the fucking peckers. Shit.
He's a guy out of Columbus, Ohio. And he writes, my name is Ian Jet on Twitter, and I will be your sandwich artist today. Read a caption that accompanied the not suitable for work picture that appeared on Jet's feed.
How do you spell Jet? I want to follow him.
J-E-T-T. When confronted about the picture, Jet tried to clarify his reason for sharing the image of him draping his penis over the foot.
Oh, come on.
That's very. I wish that a newspaper article would say that I could drape my penis over something. That's very impressive.
I would never do that at work. It was at home. Oh, now he's backtracking. He said he did it at home.
Yeah, with those fucking things?
It's the
You don't have those things at home. This isn't something I'd ever do at Subway. It was totally a joke.
I would never put my dick on the bread at Subway. That's horrible. I only do that at home. Why would you do it at home and then eat your own dick sandwich?
Fuck yeah.
You do that?
Amen.
All right.
Get some
Oh my
pre-cum
God. As if seeing a man's penis resting atop the restaurant sandwich bread isn't enough bad PR for a single news cycle, a second employee at the same Subway also posted a picture of what he purported to be his own frozen urine.
Yeah.
Where is this?
What
Subway is this?
That's his frozen urine right there.
And it says, today at work I froze my pee.
It looks like a creamsicle.
That's
a frozen creamsicle.
Fucking assholes.
Today at work, I froze my pee. Yeah, there it is.
They should be beaten. They should be beaten.
They should be given managerial positions.
It's in Columbus, Ohio.
Predictably, the photos did not sit well with Subway, which fired both Boggs and Jet.
Of course they did.
This isolated incident is not representative of Subway. Oh, really?
We know. We don't think
We
didn't think,
every Subway
proud
was
of
doing
these
this.
boys.
Right. These actions are not tolerated, and the franchisee took immediate action to terminate the two employees involved.
Cameron Boggs' Instagram name, by the way, he was the one posting the pictures. Weed Priest.
Oh, Weed Priest.
Yes.
Oh, man. I thought it was Carlos Danger. No, okay. Man,
there you go.
I went to the movies last night.
Again?
I saw The Conjuring.
You went.
I went.
You son of a bitch.
The Conjuring.
Can I make a prediction?
Go ahead.
You hated it because you would have talked about it at the start of the show.
Didn't hate it, but
didn't like it too much.
You know what?
It was just there.
The trailer was 8 million times scarier watching it right here than it was the movie.
Wow.
The movie, not very scary. Not fucking very anything.
I didn't like the end that much, but again, they were staying true to what the story was. I liked that they did that.
But were you scared, Jimmy, in the movie theater?
At times I was, yes.
There was a couple of jump moments.
On top of the fucking dresser?
Yeah, that was pretty creepy. But not to the point where it was like...
They showed too much in the trailer.
They really did.
They blew it.
Because I knew what was going on with the music box, because we saw it in the trailer. Knew that thing up on the thing. You knew the clap behind the... Like, all those things that you're supposed to be scared of in the theater, once you see them, they're not surprises anymore.
You're looking forward to them.
You need surprises.
Terrible. Yeah, movie trailer people should be executed.
Yeah,
but how else do you sell a movie called The Conjuring? They got everyone talking.
Show some parts of it, though.
Show something. Convey that it's fucking scary. You know, do something to where you don't even show the movie.
They don't care because they just need you to get in the theater for that first weekend.
Exactly.
That's it.
So then all these people that went and saw went, fuck, it was just like the trailer. So it kind of works for their purposes, unfortunately, for marketing.
Yep.
Because then you come out and go, you know what, the movie was, the trailer was way scarier. And then, okay, but the numbers are going to drop the second week anyway.
Yeah.
I bet you that's why they do it. I would love to get someone from Hollywood to talk about trailers.
Hollywood.
And
what do you want to know?
Jimmy rushes back to the microphone.
Jimmy's Hollywood.
Because there's some logic behind the whole fucking thing. They know they're giving away the whole movie. So why are they doing it? They probably have a great explanation for that.
Yeah.
So what would you give it? Just kind of an average?
Very average. It was just kind of there. I found myself, between the halfway mark and the end, somewhere in there, I was starting to get a little fidgety.
Really?
I'm like, All right, something.
I'll say it got a little cheesy at one point too, towards the end with the guy and the. You know.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was kind of like, it was done amazingly well in another movie. I don't think we need to revisit
absolutely
one of those scenes. You know, it was a little much. What do we got here? A little fucking tour going on?
Yeah, it's some.
Look at that. Oh, sure.
Everybody's looking. Well, yay! Look at the microphones and the people. Everybody's learning. Knowledge is good.
We got to go to Chicago. Mark,
yeah.
No, I mean Mark wants in on the whole food thing.
But we'd go right now.
Marky.
Hey guys, I worked at an Arby's in high school.
Braggart.
They have those giant roast beefs. Oh yeah. I fingered it and I fucked it.
What?
Oh
yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Why are you mad? I think this is hilarious.
Because you go to those places, you don't want to get food.
Just remember
this
that
guy's fucked.
Remember, the next time you have food poisoning, it's probably because some guy was fucking
exactly
your meal before he served it to you.
Hepatitis.
Right.
Someone's fucking your food.
Your roast beef. Did you serve the roast beef after you
I'm
gave
sure
it a good
someone
fuck?
did.
Yeah.
I just did it to let everyone catch me and find it funny, but
Right.
yeah, it got served.
Well, nowadays you can't get away with shit.
Not if you Instagram it.
Because everyone's posting it.
Yeah, well, if a weed priest is around.
All right, sir.
Did you climax in the roast beef?
Unfortunately, no, sir.
Thank God.
Wouldn't that be the horsey sauce? What was it called? Horsey sauce or something?
Oh, yes.
We were good for a couple of roast beef sandwiches on the way to Wading River. We'd stop off at an Arby's.
Was that when you would pass by the movie theater?
All right, yes.
Drive right by.
But at least we got Arby's. Oh, Travis has fucked food before.
Yeah, all the time.
Sure.
No.
How many times did you angrily fuck a knish or matzo ball soup?
I get it. When I used to work at Burger King, we had a manager who didn't like this one customer. I don't remember why, but whenever he would hear him, because we would wear headsets and he would come through the drive-thru, and he recognized his voice, and he would always like put soap in his burgers and smash them on the floor and put out cigarettes in his burgers.
Oh no!
Just because he didn't like. And this was back this was only 15 years ago, and we were still smoking in the back of.
And it'll be 15 years in the future. Same as working at Burger King.
Jesus.
I hope not. I hope I'd at least be manager.
You didn't forget your passport today.
No, my wife has it.
Oh, Gary.
You have yours?
Yeah, I got mine.
Who likes to think he's in charge? That's cute.
Oh, boy.
I got my passport.
How could you be in charge if you don't have your passport?
That's like a given.
What would be better?
That is the thing. Like, you fucking... You remember your passport.
You can buy everything else you forget.
Right. I wish he would have fucking remembered online.
Oh, God.
Just like checking his pockets.
Oh, that panicked check. Like maybe it's appeared in my back pocket since I checked 30 seconds ago. I really want to I want to take like a toaster cord and whip Sam's ankles.
It's just mean.
I want to whip your ankles.
Well, see, Sam's smart. He knows that he's going to have to take his shoes off to get on security.
It's got nothing to do. It's.
Oh, you're going to walk through there with no socks on?
Fuck yeah! You don't. You got Sperry's. You're not going to wear socks.
Sperry's.
You have girlish, pale, fucking Jessica Alba ankles.
Oh wow! That's not very masculine.
I'm all right with that.
Would you kiss Sam's ankles?
Kiss it. Give it a kiss, Travis.
I would under the right circumstances. No, I'm not just going to give them a kiss because you're asking.
I want one.
Yeah, kiss your little ankles.
That's what I was hoping for.
Kiss the ankle.
Let's go to Bobby. He did shit with food as well. Bobby?
You know, dude,
It's our topic of the day. Denny would be proud. Go ahead, Bobby.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Yeah, back in the good old crazy 90s, when I used to work in produce, you would always have that old lady that would come to the back room and ask, hey, can you cut me a fresh watermelon? We used to wrap it, but before we wrapped it, I would lick the whole fucking thing and put my teeth marks in the corner.
And what?
And send it back to I put my teeth marks in the corner.
You can't get mad at this. I'm sorry.
Produce is not safe. Produce is not safe, boys.
That's just funny.
You would lick the whole thing?
It's hilarious.
I would go up and down. Believe me,
It is not.
That's gross.
Huh?
So bad.
Why? She shouldn't be asking for a fucking sliced watermelon.
Take what you
I don't believe in washing fruit, by the way.
You mean you don't believe in it? It definitely happens.
I don't No, I don't wash it.
Why?
I don't know.
I always wash my fruit.
You should.
Always. It's one extra step before you get to the goodness.
Just wash the fruit.
No, I don't feel like it.
It's gross.
That's what your father would say to your mother when you were in the tub.
That's not nice.
Get it?
Yeah, it's very easy to get it. It's not subtle.
Saying you're homosexual.
I know.
You guys want another one? Or?
Rock enjoyed that.
You liked it?
Yeah, look at him. He's so happy.
Oh, he's guffawing in there.
Yes.
All right, the phone topic's going very well. Let's continue. Bob in Cleveland.
I like
Bob.
when you acknowledge it.
Oh, sorry. Bob.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Bob.
Hey, this one, Anthony will get a special enjoyment from. I used to work at in the 80s in high school, a certain fried chicken chain that's only in the Cleveland area. And they used to have a special on Wednesday.
Secrets. What's with all the secrets?
Why is it a secret? What's
What
it
the
called?
fuck?
It's not a CIA operation.
Nagel School for Storytelling.
Yes, very vague, very secretive. Let's just say it's a chicken chain in the Cleveland area. Oh, good thing you didn't tell us.
Yeah.
KFC or fucking...
What is it? Yeah, what is this, Fast and Furious, but with chickens? I was sending wings to Mexico.
What chicken place?
Mr. Chicken is what it was.
Oh, well, gee.
no.
I wish you didn't
That was
say
my nickname in high school.
Listen to me, Mr. Chicken.
All right.
Whoa, I thought it was some Born Identity shit going on with the chicken joint.
Mr. Chicken. Or if we're in Montreal, Monsieur Chicken.
They call me Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Chicken, tear down that wall.
Hello, I'm Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Ed. Go ahead there. So, Mr. Chicken.
Here's to you, Mr. Chicken.
Sorry. What happened, Mr. Chicken?
Well, I didn't say the name just because I figured you guys would have never heard of it. But anyway,
You're right.
On Wednesday they had a special, and well, there used to be just a certain community that would come in on Wednesdays because it was especially cheap.
All right, so the blacks would go into Mr. Chicken and...
God, I know.
Who are
your
we?
vagary is horrendous.
Yeah, certain people. This is not court. You're talking to a dick joke show.
This is worse than beep beep shoes.
Exactly.
Can't really figure this out.
At least Denny's racism is clearing out in the open.
Right. Can't figure this riddle out.
Yeah, so go ahead, sir. You would certain community members, Canadians, wink, wink.
We call them Mondays. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, we would snot rocket in the gravy for the potatoes.
Oh, my God. That one's a little rough, Sam.
That's horrible.
I was okay with all of them until, because I appreciate a good gravy with
People
my
coming in
mashed
just to have a nice inexpensive meal because they don't have a lot of money.
They got to deal with your snot rocket.
And that one's just racial. They didn't even do anything.
That's terrible.
You're a bad person.
That makes me sad when people fuck other people's food.
Why?
I feel bad.
Because there's a vulnerability in it. Like, when you're buying food, you're just going on good faith. It just makes me really sad for the people eating it.
Serves you right for not washing your mashed potatoes before you eat them.
Yeah, who strains them for boogers? Who thinks it's
Imagine you're about to put a big heaping health in your mouth, and there's just a boogie
No,
staring at you.
imagine you see yourself in the mirror with one already in your mouth, and the booger's hanging out like a fucking Cuervo worm.
Do you remember the first time you realized you could do that, though? Every time we talk about snot rockets, it brings me back to high school. Bill Madden was the guy that fucking snot rocketed his ass off.
It's so fucking disgusting.
It was amazing to me, though.
I can't do it.
He was on the basketball team with me, and he would run up the court and just fucking blow snot rockets as he was getting back on defense. And I couldn't believe you could actually do that, and it worked.
I got to go down with my fingernail. I got to scrape the cave wall clean, and then I dine on it.
All right, we got another guy. Long Island seems to be a hotbed of activity for food abuse. What's up, sir?
Hey, is that me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Well, I turned around one night. I'm a baker, and I witnessed
for your father. For your father.
Enzo, call me Enzo.
And did you make a cake? Woof, the groom to bride. Woof.
I witnessed one of my coworkers fucking a donut dough.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I had the same thing happen to me when I played baseball. Teachers actually would put on the bats to make them happier.
He fucked a donut?
I wish it was a cronut and rolling
Not a
it.
donut. The donut dough. Before,
Oh, the donut dough. Because, yeah, you fuck a donut, you're going right through the thing.
He
It's
would
not as
fuck the
bad as
donut?
fucking the dough.
He would fuck the donut dough?
Yeah.
So would he put his dick in the register?
and then cut it up. And, I had to leave. I had to leave and go to the bar next door.
Oh,
fascinating.
Why'd you have to go to the bar next door?
That was way better than enjoying
Oh, my
the
God.
Jim
Well
Norton laugh.
Yeah, probably loaded up on donuts.
All right, sir. Thank you. Let's go to Eddie in Massachusetts. Eddie.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Ed.
Hey.
Used to work at a deli, and we actually had to let somebody go because the kid got caught putting when you go to a deli at like a supermarket, there's the hot dogs out in the case instead of buying the whole pack, you buy them singly.
Yeah.
Well, one Saturday morning, we had to let this kid go because some old lady, after he had just filled the case, asked for fresh ones in the back. And because he was pissed that he had to take the extra 2 seconds to go back and grab hot dogs, he threw the hot dogs down his pants and then gave them to him. While the hot dogs were down in his pants and he was fishing them out, someone from management walked in on the whole thing. So pretty much let him go on the spot.
I'd love to know what his explanation was in that moment. What did he panically say? In a panic, what did he say?
Maybe, you know what, maybe he admitted to stealing them or something, because that's a little bit better than, tainting some old lady's hot dogs with your own hot dog.
Yeah, I hate people that mess with food, man. Something really sad about that.
All right, thank you, sir.
Hey, have a great day, guys.
Well, they should pay the employees more.
That's true.
Then they won't be disgruntled. They won't be fucking your food. Let's say hi to Abe in Colorado.
Hey, Abe, well, at least we know he'll be telling the truth.
Yeah, I used to work at a kosher deli when I was in high school, and my specialty was fucking the potato salad.
Specialty?
What the fuck is going on?
Specialty, Ant.
Hey, it's my specialty. Maron, like mother used to fuck.
That makes him proud. That was his specialty. Who else do you know fucked the potato salad?
That was me. We had macaroni salad, which you would think would have been softer, but the potato salad was like, you ever fuck one of those girls that had like a scratchy pussy? It was kind of like that.
Yes, on a paper plate at a picnic, I did.
But it was really the owner's fault. He set me up for bad hygiene.
Why did he tell you? Was the potato salad dressed seductively?
Yes, it was very hot.
It was way too cute. It wasn't very kosher.
Who was asking for it?
On my very first day of work, he gave me a bottle of nail polish remover and had me removing the expiration dates off the hot dog packages. So I figured I was in the clear for other weird shit.
Wow, they do that?
He did. He was nasty. He used to
But do
cut
hot
up the
dogs
meat.
ever expire? They seem like they would last forever anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't eat them. Or the potato salad.
All right. Nice, man. That was great. Appreciate it. The guy used to work in a movie theater. What could possibly go wrong in a movie
He
theater?
probably pissed in the popcorn.
Butters the popcorn with
Put
jizz.
boogers on the pretzel nuggets.
Oh, my
Some
God.
Jerk off
He
move.
fucking put Twizzlers up his ass like corkscrews. Pulled out shit
Yeah.
corks.
They went in red and came out fucking licorice flavor.
Some fucking animal. Go ahead, Ryan. What did you do at the movie theater?
Hey guys, I didn't do anything. We had a guy there, but he was like the champion at destroying food. I would suggest when you go to the theater, don't ever get popcorn out of those giant scoop bins, because those
As
things.
opposed to the other ways they serve popcorn
Yeah, well, how
at the
else
movie
do they,
theater.
you mean the one where you step on the clown's foot and the popcorn shoots out of his mouth?
The one where they fry up individual kernels one at a time.
You don't understand, man. We come from another planet. We need this explained to us.
If you guys can get popcorn directly out of the popper, like sometimes.
But you're not explaining why you don't eat it from the big fucking popcorn thingy.
We would have guys that would just spit in there, not rock it. One guy would put his hands down his pants and reach in and just grab through the popcorn. Those things are just disgusting.
A bunch of assholes.
Great.
It's not great. I go to the movies to get popcorn all the time.
It's pretty obvious that our food is being fucked.
Stop fucking the food out there, America.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You know what I used to do when I worked in a restaurant?
Laugh.
Chipper.
I used to break up glass and put it in the egg salad.
That isn't even fucking. That's like.
Well, he didn't do it.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
true.
He's
I
lying.
broke a bottle and I crushed up the glass in there.
You didn't even work anywhere. You never had a job.
I did so.
Nobody's gonna hire a moron like
Worked for
you.
a catering hall.
All right, now we got a sick one coming in. We go to Iowa for this shit. Eric, go ahead.
The Devil's
Hey,
Catering
what's
Hall.
going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I used to bartend, and this guy, a neighbor, used to bring me over like chili and stuff on Saturday nights. And one of the guys at the bar, the regulars, put a bunch of really hot horseradish in it. And I thought, man, they're all laughing at me and stuff. So after he'd had about 6 beers, he'd switched to scotch on the rocks. So I set up his glass, and I poured Tabasco sauce all around that fucking thing. And by the time he had about 5 shots of that, he was licking his lips, looking like fucking Mr. Ed. It was just hilarious. He had the burning shits for about a day and a half.
That would have been a great story if it ended with a gunshot.
What?
Jimmy's saying that it was a great story. He actually liked that one a lot. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, brother.
All
Good
right.
one. Have a wonderful day, O&A. 3 days a week.
See you, buddy.
3 days a week.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That's good.
No,
Let's say hi
good-natured
to
prank.
Let's say hi to Chris on Long Island. Who we're changing topics a little bit. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, what's up, boys? Chris, the teacher. Good to talk to you guys. Hi, Jimmy. How you?
Wish we could say the same.
Thanks, Chris.
What do you got, Chris?
So you will be happy to know, I know I'm shifting topics, but I did used to come into Baskin Robbins cakes when the people were mean. But I'm not happy. I'm not proud of it. I was a kid. It was very stupid. And we also used to like have sex and fucking blow loads.
How do you keep a rod over? How do you keep a rod over a Baskin Robbins cake?
How do you not?
How do you not? All right.
Yeah, that's a little cold, right?
I'll just.
So I just wasn't banging the cake. I was just jerking it and then shot into the.
Whatever.
Cake.
What is?
That isn't even.
What's the purpose of your phone call, Chris?
So I just re-upped my satellite radio subscription for my new car, my trial.
Congrats.
Me and my wife.
Yeah, I know. I got the check. Thanks.
And I go, am I still going to get the Opie and Anthony channel? Because he tells me you're going to lose a bunch of channels, such as Radio Sex, Howard Stern. So, yeah, I was really upset. And he goes, no, you're still going to have Opie and Anthony channel. I said, good, because this is the only reason why I'm keeping the service. And the guy goes, really? I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, well, I'm just surprised that you would keep the service for them.
Wow.
I'm like, no, this is the only reason to do it. He goes, no, what I mean is because you're from New York and, you don't keep it for Stern, you keep it for Opie and Anthony. And I said, well, you don't listen to him? He goes, no, not my cup of tea. And
That's our customer service.
Mm-hmm. That's why I took the call. They shouldn't be doing that shit.
Well, I said that I'm actually doing it to spite you because I used to have in my old car, you get like a bill every other month and it would charge you every 4th month and it was reactivation fees on top of reactivation. You guys know, Louis went off on the customer service, you know.
No, I didn't hear that rant. I didn't hear it. What happened?
All right, I'm glad I called to like help you out and get ridiculed.
Ooh.
He does have a point.
Yes, all right, Chris. Thank you so much.
Look at the
See you
time.
later, guys.
All right.
Later.
He is a long-time
late.
listener. Yeah, we got to go.
So
We got
late
plenty
now.
of time.
Oh, I want to.
I got to go to the bank.
What?
Well, there's a bank. I got to cash a check.
All right.
I should go to the bank, too.
Cha-ching.
Can we play the CNN report before we leave?
Sure.
These clips are always fun.
Yay.
Good phone topic today. Good phone topic.
Yes.
Should ask Denny if he liked the phone topic today.
I bet he did.
You think he did?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure he did. And now this.
The temperatures change really quickly. Those are the ones that are going to be in the most trouble.
Now, extinctions, I don't have to tell you, have been part of the natural history of the world for millennia. And man-made extinctions have even happened before. I guess we hunted the dildo into extinction. But
dildo?
The dodo, rather. Forgive me. I'm having trouble with my words today. The dodo into extinction. Are we going to see
the dildo
into extinction?
Hunting the dildo.
Why would he?
You got to trap him in your ass. That's how you hunt him.
Yeah. And then you keep jumping up and down until they disappear forever.
Oh, fucking A.
All right.
Yeah.
I go to the bank, too. Shit.
Let's go to the bank.
Which bank you going to?
B of A.
No, oh, good. That's good code.
There's only like 2 banks people use these days.
True.
B of A or Chase. Everything else has fucking been scooped up by either of those entities.
No more HSBC, huh?
Nah, none of that shit.
That's a
You're
shame.
going to go to the Franklin National Bank on the corner, pull out your fucking passbook, have them stamp it with the amount of money you just deposited so you can look at it proudly. $3 more in my account, Mom.
Right. HSBC, you know what that stands for?
Why?
Holy shit, big cock!
What?
Why wasn't Pecker in there?
Because it's not HSBC.
What does PNC Bank stand for? Exactly. Chip's obsessed with
something, I got it, something.
I love how Chip's obsessed with Peck is.
Oh, I was thinking of the middle one.
Oh, no. No. I was trying to get the Pekka thing going. All right, well, yeah, time to go to the bank. That's it.
That's it.
We'll hear you from
Montreal,
Canada.
They'll hear us.
No, I'll hear us too. I wear headphones.
You said we'll hear you. You won't hear the audience.
I was talking to you guys.
Oh, cool.
All we have to do is take one phone call. We hear them.
Yeah. No after show today.
When are we leaving?
I'm going to Montreal.
I'm going to the bank.
All right.
I'll see you guys.
See you in the car in a few minutes.
See you. See you.
Yeah, see you in a few.
See ya. I gotta go to the bank.
Hey, Roland, can you just destroy I'm not
Fucking Roland laughing.
When is the car leaving?
10:30.
Really?
Yeah.
We have 20 more minutes?
Yeah, we gotta get our shit together, though.
What do I have to do?
Do you have to go home and pack?
I packed this morning at 4:30 in the morning in the dark.
He nailed you, though.
Actually, I almost decided to go there without anything. And then I was going to buy stuff and just leave it in Canada.
You need your passport, though.
I got my passport, look.
Good.
Right here.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I gotta print some shit out.
What do we have to print out?
I don't know. But that's the information that I need to get, like, now.
What do you mean?
Before the car leaves.
What do you have to print out?
Boarding passes, maybe? I don't know.
Nah, we're all set.
All good?
Yeah, we're good.
Did you change any money over?
No. Oh, know what I have to do? I have to get an international plan on my phone for a couple of days.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Right, Kenny?
I just figured I wouldn't use my phone. Nobody calls me.
You're going to have to use it for something.
No.
Use the Wi-Fi.
You send one text message. Oh, really?
Well, iPhones can use Wi-Fi, so.
I got Wi-Fi.
We just go iPhone to iPhone with the texting. That's free on Wi-Fi.
I got a Wi-Fi. I'm going to take advantage of the Wi-Fi.
And you FaceTime on iPhone on Wi-Fi, so you're good to go.
Who are you going to FaceTime with?
Probably my wife, I guess.
Really? How's that going to happen?
She's also got a phone. I don't know. She's got a phone as well, so we'll do it from one phone to the other phone.
Will she be available for that?
Hopefully. I mean, I guess it depends on the time, but hopefully she's not too busy. She may be at work, during the day, but maybe during the evening.
Have you ever got a sexting text from Club Starter Kenny?
I don't know. He called.
You would know. I got my first the other day, and it was really creepy.
What did it say?
I was alone for a day, so he asked if he wanted to wait. He asked me if I wanted him to come over and blow me and stick a finger in my ass.
What? Why would you go there?
Well, what would you do to him?
Nothing. I would say
a prude.
You want me to come over and
then I feel the pressure. I got to write back, so I'm like, I write, "Ooh, tempting, but I think I'll have to pass." Was my response.
Just trying to be
Worst
cool,
response
but still
ever.
no.
Right.
I would just text back, absolutely not.
You've never had
I didn't give up.
No, but Kenny calls all texts sexts.
Oh, he sent an E-Rock one.
Yeah, a while ago. My wife was away. And he knew she was gone.
Right.
Because he follows her on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he wrote me back and he's like, "So are you jerking off?"
What a true creep you are.
Why, that's
you don't
what
have a
men
good
do.
relationship. No, it's not.
You don't jerk off.
I don't ask other men about them.
Yeah, but we don't
jerking off.
ask each other about it. E-Rock, what was your response? Because then you're
I didn't respond.
because you're in a weird position. You're like, I got to write something.
I confronted him in person the next day at work.
Did you tell him it was inappropriate?
I just said, what is this? And he goes, well, you know, you got to pass the time.
That's right. I mean, that logic I'm not going to argue with.
See, Sam, you're not special. You haven't got a sexting
Sam's
from
very uptight.
Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, because I was trying to help Sam last night with something, and he got all
What was that?
out of sorts about it.
What was that?
Kenny was trying to, well, he was making comments about me having relations with my wife. And I didn't think it was, quite frankly, any of his business.
Yeah. That's like private stuff.
It's private, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What? I'm a friend.
No, you're not. You're a coworker, and barely one at that.
You guys
Why,
aren't
because
friends?
you don't work?
No, because you don't work, Sleepy.
Was it? You were falling asleep today.
Not today. No, not today.
You had
Actually,
heavy eyes over here. I was watching you.
Yeah,
a little heavy. A little heavy.
If I sit down, I'm done.
Right.
I actually haven't
You
seen
had heavy
him.
eyes over there.
Yeah, if I sit down, I'm done.
I haven't seen him be flat out of sleep in a long time.
Kenny works hard.
He does?
I put in a lot of hours.
He puts in hours. I don't know if he works hard.
He puts in a lot of wasteful hours.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Right. Keeping track of every time I ordered oatmeal and blueberries.
Yeah.
Well,
and then sends me a report, like I'm going to check it.
You got to be
diligent,
accurate.
It's true.
Man, we should go.
Yeah, man. We're going to be in Montreal tomorrow. Today, we'll be there, but then, as far as the audience is concerned, tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm promoting video, Sam Roberts.
What? Is it my interview with Stacy Keebler on YouTube?
How'd she look?
Banging.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you did to her?
Let me see what she looks like. Fuck my video. I don't care. She has legs for days. I guess that looks like.
Was she sitting?
All right. Did it do an upskirt?
No.
Why not?
Well, she was. Well, first of all, I wasn't filming. It's
who was filming?
Rolandos is my cameraman.
All right. Let's see if he's a leg man. Oh my God, Roland's not a leg man. Everyone knows she has great legs. Why are we seeing from her waist up?
She's got a beautiful face too.
Yeah, she's. Did you ask her about George Clooney?
Yeah, a little bit.
And what'd she say?
And she gave me the answer that they're still friends and all that.
Yeah, the fake shit.
Yeah, I asked her about wrestling for most of the time.
Right.
To be honest.
Why? Get into the George Clooney thing.
Because I talked about it a little bit. She's not giving you any good answers on that, but she'll talk about wrestling.
I heard the interview. He wanted to know if she made out with Vince McMahon.
Why would you ask that?
Because I think that's an interesting question.
And why isn't
Because
Roland?
Sam wants to make out with Vince McMahon. That's why he asked that.
You would, right, for the job?
Would I, or do I want to?
Would you tickle his ass with your tongue? Sorry, ladies.
For storyline?
No, just for the job.
Yeah, I guess so.
You would, right?
For the job, yeah. I mean,
for the job. It's not
depending
gay
on the
because it's
job.
for the job.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
your dream job. So
if it was the right job, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to. That's how I got this job.
why aren't we seeing her legs? You have the worst. Does Roland understand she has the best legs in America?
She's got great legs.
We wouldn't know from your video.
Well, she's sitting, her legs were tucked under
Roland
the console.
should bend down and fucking just shoot under the console at her legs.
That may be conspicuous.
Who cares? That's what I would have done. Let me be your camera guy for one interview.
No.
I'll show you how to fucking film this stuff.
No, you'll ruin my interviews.
No, you just kind of quietly lower the camera until it's just, shooting the
Because
legs.
You got a good YouTube channel, GH.
I sure do, Kenny.
And Instagram.
I sure do, Kenny.
I'm talking about me
Twitter.
right now.
No, this
I know,
was
I
leading to
changed
my
the
latest
subject.
video.
Oh.
I do working titles for my videos now.
Yeah, I saw you tweeted that. I didn't understand it, not one bit. Not whatsoever. I didn't even know if it was in poor taste, because I didn't get it.
No, when you're working on a video, you got to have a working title.
Sure.
So the working title for my latest video is Best of Trayvon.
But it has nothing to do with Trayvon.
It's just a working title. That's why it's called a working title. I understand that.
But
I'm going to
you-
eventually come up with a better title.
The video's done.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't been able to edit the name of the video yet. So I'm still in the working title phase, which is it's called Best of Trayvon.
But it's just a best of your elevator show.
Yeah, but that sounds boring. So I got to come up with
The
a better
elevator
name
show's on hiatus.
until the fall.
I didn't argue that. Why are you being combative?
No, I was giving information to the fans.
No, but you were being combative.
Because it's time to go now.
No, 10:30.
Yeah, well, by the time you dilly-dally down there...
True.
Well,
if you're not early, you're not on time.
Not all of us have to be at the airport 3 hours before flight. I show up 7 minutes before my flight.
That's not the right
7 minutes.
I'm with Kenny.
Lord.
Plenty.
No.
So the working title's Best of Trayvon, Sam. I acknowledge it's the working title of the video.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
The next working title is going to be The Royal Baby.
Okay, you're just taking things that are topical news stories and trying to get cheap YouTube hits.
No, I need working titles, so I need something that's like, easy to remember.
It is just about the numbers for you, isn't it? Doesn't matter if they like it, doesn't matter if they stay, doesn't matter. None of it matters except the little numbers. It's like a ticker.
What's wrong with naming a video Best of Trayvon as a working title?
It just tick, 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 tick.
Eventually it'll be the real title.
There's no
when I come up with something a bit clever.
There's no integrity to it.
It's a montage of the elevator show, and came out very, very well. But it's called Best of Trayvon.
You don't even have to watch it. You just have to click on it.
Yeah, I don't care if you watch it. Who gives a fuck?
See, like with my stuff, I'd like people to watch it.
Nah, you don't want them to watch it in the end. It doesn't matter.
Why don't you discuss this in the van on the way to the airport?
Are you panicking? They're still at the bank. I wasn't invited to take money out with those guys, so...
The banks don't require invitations.
Oh. I thought there was an invite.
They cleaned up the studio already. They're really trying to usher us out.
So click on my Best of Trayvon video. It's terrific. And there's Who Kids in it, so people think that might be Trayvon. So that's good.
It's not good.
So it kind of helps the whole thing.
Look how good Stacy Keebler looks.
I wouldn't know because it's all about the legs, and you don't even show the legs. She's wearing a pantsuit. I mean, the legs start right where that console...
She was wearing pants.
Edges.
To be fair to Roland, she was wearing full pants.
Why? Why would you do that if you got the legs?
I don't know.
It's summer, too. What is she doing?
I don't know.
She wants people to pay attention to her instead of her legs?
She's smoking hot.
I would have told her to take the pants off before the interview.
Then, yeah, I mean, we have different interview styles. Yours is...
I'm not saying get naked. She probably has, like, panties on or something. But
I would assume.
But it's all about the legs, so she's got to show the legs.
Yeah, I don't think the interview would have gone as well if I'd done that.
All right. We got to go, I guess.
Yeah.
Best of Trayvon. Opie Radio on YouTube. Give me some clicks.
And Not Sam as well.
And Club Soda Kenny on Facebook.
Big ups.
All right. We're going to see everyone in Canada tomorrow. Big Canadian shows. Roland's packed.
Let's just carry on.
You ready to go?
What a buffoon.
Yeah, but see, you see your legs right now.
You can't. Oh, that's right. You're in here now. No, why didn't you, film her legs?
They're covered.
She was wearing pants.
Yeah, but you film her coming in the studio something.
She was just sitting in the studio.
Waiting for you to arrive?
Yeah. That's what happens with me.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Thanks.
All right. This is going nowhere, and we have somewhere to go. We'll see everybody tomorrow, live from Montreal, the Just for Laughs Festival.